When shopping online, I'm sure you know to look at the reviews before you buy anything. But what would happen if you only ever bought the worst one-star tech? Well, in this video, you'll certainly find out because we're showing you every one-star tech video we've ever made.
TikTok is an interesting platform because of the doom scroll effect and the fact that it's going to be banned in the US soon. However, did you know that you can also buy stuff on TikTok? Well, apparently you can. So I bought a bunch of phones with one-star reviews from TikTok, and in this video, we're going to put these one-star reviews to the test to see if these phones deserve it. So I bought 4 phones to go through, and we're going to start with this $30 iPhone thing that has very concerning reviews. Like, one review says the phone does not even turn on, and another person said, I'll just have to read it for you. It says, product was poor, it didn't help, the delivery driver threw the parcel over my gate and never knocked. I got it on CCTV, phone didn't work, and looked more like an iPhone than an Android, which I wanted. So that didn't help me at all. Let's open it up and see what it is. 30 bucks, TikTok. Yeah, wow, this thing is tiny. It fits in the palm of my hand. Let's go ahead and see what's inside of here. And oh my goodness, there's no way this is real. Dude, this thing is tiny. Let's see what else is in this package here. Oh, we got a custom little case. We've got a SIM card eject tool. Got some other cords, whatever stuff. I don't care. Let's check out this phone and let's go ahead and peel off the screen protector. Whew. And my goodness, just for a size comparison, here is my iPhone 13 Pro, which is about 4 times the size of it, but it does indeed look like an iPhone. Got the same camera layout, even says smartphone here on the back. Let's go ahead and see if this thing turns on and see if that first review was wrong. Oh, we got life, yo. You're wrong. It does turn on. Don't lie to the TikTokers. And at first glance, oh wow, this actually does look like an iPhone. Hold on, is this fake iOS or is this Android? Because this looks just like an iPhone. Let's go ahead and swipe it up. And oh wow, wait, oh that's trippy. So definitely Android, but it actually looks closer to an iPhone than it should. Oh, and actually this thing might be worth some money because it's got TikTok downloaded, which of course you can't download anymore in the US. But we also have, wait, hold on, we have Twitter on here instead of X. Dude, how long ago were the apps on this phone downloaded? And stop beeping at me. What in the world? By the way, in case you didn't see, we have volume buttons on the side there, power button on the side, then our little speaker grills and our charging port on the bottom. Again, exactly like an iPhone. So that the second person was definitely right. It looks like an iPhone and not an Android, except for the size of this thing. Like I've never seen an iPhone this small. But yeah, sure enough, it's the old Twitter app. That's strange. Let's go ahead and try out the camera here though, because I can't imagine it's very good. We have a front camera actually and a back camera. Let's go ahead and start with the front camera here and see what it looks like. I'll show it on screen, but honestly not as bad as I thought it would be for a $30 phone, and for a phone this small, it's not good, but it's not bad. And yeah, flipping it around, honestly, not too bad either. I'm impressed. Now, we did see on the back here that it appears to be only a 3G phone, I believe, because it's WCDMA. It mentions all these bands here. I don't see any mention of LTE or 5G, so I would assume that you can only use WCDMA, which is pretty sad for any phone past like 2013. But yeah, let's go ahead and try to get into the Play Store next though and download some apps. Actually, before that, I want to try out YouTube because it's always a great gauge to see how well the phone works, and that's a great sign right there. YouTube is not responding. But it actually is responding. Whatever. Let's search for a video and watch. All right, like 20 seconds later, finally pulls it up. Let's go ahead and click on the profile, and another 15 seconds later, we can click on videos here. Finally, we'll click on this one right here and see if it'll load. Dude, I cannot even describe how slow this phone is. Let's try to turn it in horizontal mode though and see how long that takes. Yep, broken. Nice, classic, half screen. There. But guys, next up, let's actually go to the Google Play Store now, download an app, and we're gonna try to take a look at the specs of this thing and see if they're any good. Or maybe not, because it won't even load the sign-in page. I've waited for about half a minute now. You know what? I think we've seen enough. Let's leave a review. This thing is really, really bad. It does turn on, but it's super slow and apps don't work. Also, my delivery driver didn't throw it over my gate, but I really wish he would have, because then it might be broken and I wouldn't have to deal with it. 1 star. Now here we have this like crab kids phone thing that is strange, and the reviews are really confusing. Like, a lot of them say you need an SD card to use it. You got somebody saying he got one with a screen that's destroyed. And then, wait for it guys, the worst one of all is Karen here, which is a fitting name for her review. She says, these are great for women if you keep them plugged into work. I bought it for my son. So small. Honestly, I'm just confused why it's good for women and bad for her son. That does not compute. I don't know, man, but let's open this thing up and see truly how bad it is. All right, so in this box, we've got our user manual, which says rich. Yeah. Are you trying to convince kids they need to be rich? What is that? And wow, here it is. Yep, that is a crab. Wow. It looks kind of like an iPhone. Honestly, kind of cool for a kid. They got the nice little graphics there, kind of like a Finding Nemo or other Disney kind of movie thing. Kind of cute. And you know, first thing I noticed here is the screen is not shattered like that one review, so that's a great sign. And you can see here on the bottom, we got a headphone jack, we've got our charging port, We've got our power button over here and our volume buttons over here. Let's go ahead and turn it on though and see what it does. Oh yeah, and sure enough, all the reviews are right. It says you cannot use this device without a memory card. You need to replace the memory card. Please follow the steps below. Does it really not come with one though? Nope, it doesn't. Well, oh, actually it does. Yeah, it does. Why are people complaining? It comes with one. What the heck? Oh, and yeah, sure enough, we are booted up here. I did not even notice. Let's go ahead and throw it back in this case. And I have no idea what kind of OS this is. We have a camera, video, photos, recorder, music player, timer, torch. Hold on, let's try the torch. Do not shoot directly at eyes. It's quite literally the wimpiest flashlight I've ever seen in my life. Ooga booga. We also got an alarm, calculator, stopwatch, pedometer, theme, games. Oh, we got games, nice, and a story. Oh, and habits, paint, travel. Actually, there's a lot of stuff on this thing for being a little kid's phone. Let's go and try out the theme first, see what other themes there are on this thing. Oh, you can change the background, space, got a desert. We also got travel. What is that? Travel around the world. Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Arctic Ocean, South America. Yeah, let's go to South America.
South America.
Okay.
Africa.
So it just tells you where you are?
Europe.
Atlantic Ocean.
Whoa, where'd that guy come from? That's kind of goofy, but maybe it helps kids learn. I don't know, man. Also got a paint thing here. We can draw, kind of like Microsoft Paint. Honestly, not bad. Now, next up, I'm gonna try out the camera. Let's see what this thing can do. So we'll try the reverse camera first, or the face cam. Yeah, that's really bad. But I mean, it's a $20 phone, so I don't know, not horrible. Now the back camera, yeah, that's horrible. I'll show it on screen, but yeah, that's not even worth having a camera for that. Next up, I want to try out the games because that looks intriguing. We have actually a lot of games here. Is that Sudoku there? Oh no, it's 2048. Okay. Even got basketball here. I mean, it's goofy, but it's, I don't know, not bad for a little kid, I guess. But I'm still really confused in Karen's review when she said it was good for women while it's plugged in, but not good for her son. Maybe her son is just too old for this. Honestly, probably got it for like a 15-year-old son or something and was like, here son, play some games. Maybe that was the deal. I don't know, man, but I think we have enough to leave a review. And actually, dude, look at that background. That's sick. But let's leave a review. Honestly, not bad. SD card comes with it. Not sure why that's an issue for people. My screen wasn't destroyed, and not sure why Karen gave this 1 star. Both women and sons can use this. For $20, it's pretty darn good for a little kid. 5 stars. Now here we have a $37 smartphone I bought that looks strange, and the title is weird. It says it's 3 inches, but also simultaneously says it's a large screen, which that does not compute. Also, the reviews are really sketch. We got anything from it's too small to even operate and load slowly, 2 guys saying it doesn't connect to any apps, which is not a great sign for a smartphone, and this guy says don't k on my servers. And like, dude, what servers are you talking about? But let's find out. Let's see what's inside of this thing. Hold on, this looks suspiciously similar to the other smartphone I got, and it's like the exact same packaging. Hold on, what? But it looks different and the same at the same time. So basically, the new one is on the right, the old one is on the left, and you can see they're about the same size, if not the exact same size. They have the same layout on the front, the bottom looks the same, the side looks the same, this side looks pretty much the same, and then the back has a different camera layout. And my theory here is just like the other one, these 2 cameras are fake and this one is real, and it's probably the same thing, except the phone is actually a little bit heavier, so something's going on here. Let's go ahead and see if it turns on. And yeah, sure enough, it's also the same looking welcome screen. Okay, background looks a little bit different, and same, yeah, also an Android here as well. And it looks like we have slightly different apps here. We don't have TikTok on here, and we don't have Twitter, but we do have Facebook, WhatsApp, and FaceLock. What is FaceLock? Oh, hold on. This thing's got face unlock. Hold on, let's see if this actually works. Okay, face captured. Sure it was. Let's see if it works. Wait, that was so goofy. So you unlock it here, you swipe up, and it just shows your face right there. Let me go see if it works on another face. All right, so we swipe up, and now it'll show your face. Oh wow, did it say? Wow, sorry, it actually works. Oh, it works. All right, guys. Well, as you saw, apparently the face unlock actually does work because we tried another white face and it also did not work. So. Fairly secure. Okay, maybe it's actually better than the other junk over there. Let's go ahead and open up the camera as well and see what this camera's looking like. So let's try the selfie cam first, and I'd say about the same as the other one. Not too bad. And back camera is also fine. Again, it's not good, but it's, I don't know, I'd say it's fine. And also I'm noticing compared to the other one that the whole app layout is different. Like all the apps are a slightly different skin. Let me see if they're on different Android versions. Oh yeah, so apparently the first one, which by the way is an XS15, is on Android 12. And this one is a P70 Pro Max on Android 8.1. Wow, that's something. Wait. Okay, going back to the first one, I'm also noticing that one has a fingerprint sensor as well. There's no way. Wait, dude, this actually is here. Hold on. No way. There's no chance there's a fingerprint sensor in this $30 phone. Let's try it out. And yeah, sure enough, it works. Let's try a different fingerprint though, because that'll tell us if it's real or not. Nope, it's fake. All right, so I actually need to go back and revise that review now. You'll see that on the screen now. So let's just add a line to this review. Update, fingerprint sensor is fake. Scam. All right, guys, sorry, we're back to the phone at hand now. Hopefully is a little bit better than that first phone we saw, because just, holy crap, that was garbage. Let's go ahead and try to connect to Wi-Fi on this one and see if that'll work. Now, I gotta agree with that one review that says phone too small to function. Like, it took me like 4 tries to type in the password because it's just fat fingering everything. My fingers aren't even like that big, but yeah, okay, we are connected now. Also, again, on 2.4 gigahertz and no 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi here. But let's go ahead and start by going to our Play Store and see if this will actually work this time. Oh, wow. 2 seconds later, it's actually loading the Play Store and allowing me to sign in. That's, again, much better than the first one. We did get one app downloaded, which is the device info app, which we'll get into in a second. But I was also trying to download YouTube, but every time I open the Play Store now, it just does this. Or wait, will it work this time? Oh, it does work. Oh, nope, keeps crashing. All right, so I can't download anything anymore because it's crashing. Honestly, this phone is going well, and I wasn't agreeing with the second person who said the apps wouldn't work, but yeah, as we can see, apps are just not working now. Also, we just downloaded Barbecue Browser. That came out of nowhere. That was not there before. What is that? Did they call it barbecue because they're sending it to US and they just like think we like barbecue? I mean, we do. We love barbecue. Well, let's just skip all that for now and go straight into the device info and see what kind of specs this bad boy has. So we have, oh my goodness, a 640 by 360 screen, 4.6 inches, which is not accurate. Just watch this. Yeah, it's about 3 inches, which is accurate to the listing, but the device info right there does not match. Not sure why. So we got a processor from 2016, it appears, which is just not a great sign. Looks like it goes up to 1.3 gigahertz. I mean, I feel like I've seen worse before, but yeah, that's not ideal. And our battery is 2,000 milliamp hours, which I feel like that seems suspiciously high. Like, I thought it'd be 500, 1,000 maybe. That seems like a lie, but I don't know. But anyways, I was gonna test out YouTube just like I did on the old phone, but I physically can't. It won't let me open the Play Store anymore, which is just like, almost makes this thing useless now. So I think I'm ready for a review. Not horrible, but not good either. It does connect to most apps, although some have issues. I'm not sure what that one guy is talking about. This worked fine on my servers. I would agree that it's too small to use and loads very slowly. 2 stars. Now here's a $30 tablet I bought from TikTok, and the reviews are honestly a bit concerning. Like this first one that says very small and lightweight, which you'd think would be good, but then they go on to say, not worth the purchase, feels like paper. It's that lightweight, that's concerning. Next up, horrible, won't connect to my Wi-Fi, that's not good for a tablet. And third, these are very strong words here, genuinely the worst piece of technology I've ever purchased. Let's find out if that's true. All right, so inside of here we got our tablet, which, that's pretty, dude, that is not like paper at all. That's got some heft to it, I gotta say. Also got a cable in here and a little manual or whatever, which I don't care about. But taking the tablet out of the little paper here, that's a strange shape. So we have, yeah, what in the world? I guess it's meant to be used horizontally because vertically it looks just strange. Let's go ahead and see if it turns on. I'm pretty sure there were some reviews saying it didn't turn on as well, but let's see what it does. All right, so here right off the bat on setup, we get to connect to Wi-Fi to see if review number 2 is true. And we can see some Wi-Fi networks here. Let's go ahead and click on one of them and see if I can actually connect though. And yeah, I think it's connected. Let's go ahead and finish setting up and see if it actually works. Also, I might get a virus on my network from signing into these things. Not quite sure, but we'll risk it for the biscuit. Specifically, a chicken, egg, and cheese Bojangles biscuit. Delicious. Hallelujah, we're finally set up like 15 minutes later, and it is currently loading the apps. As you can see, it's pretty slow. Got a little Google search bar up there with a little guy running by, and by the way, this tablet screen is pretty dim. Can I turn it up? Hello? Oh, it's just frozen now. All right, a little bit brighter, but definitely not nearly as bright as the 2 phones earlier. Let's go ahead and start by, I guess, we'll just hop into YouTube to start with because we already have Wi-Fi connected. We'll see if YouTube works. I'm having flashbacks to the last phone in this video where the guy said it wouldn't connect to his servers, and now I have this tablet not connecting to the server. Can I search anything? Let's try Google search. Chocolate cake recipe. Yeah, that's the top suggested search. Sure. Okay, Google search works, so it's just YouTube that's dead, I guess. Will the Play Store load? Oh, whoa. Play Store worked for about 2 seconds and then crashed. Not far into it, but I'm starting to agree with that one dude that said genuinely the worst piece of technology he's ever used. It's pretty bad so far. Now, somehow I was able to stay in the Play Store long enough to download the device info app, so let's load that up and try to get some specs on this bad boy. So, looks like we have 2 gigs of RAM. We have about 26 gigs of internal storage. We have a 600 by 1024 display with 60 hertz and a 6.9 inches. Let's test that. 6.9, yeah, that's accurate, okay. Now on the device tab, it says it's a model CP80, the manufacturer is DJoy, and the brand is Cooper's. Okay, that doesn't mean anything to me, honestly. We're on Android, dude, hold on. We're on Android 11, but the title photo on TikTok says Android 12. I mean, come on, we're just straight up lying what we're selling? What in the world, man? Now, the CPU seems to be a bit beefier than the last phone we saw. This has quad-core 1.46 gigahertz, so a little bit more powerful just from raw numbers. And then our battery here appears to be 3,000 milliamp hours, which I'd say is believable for how large and heavy this thing is. Again, I still don't get the lightest paper review. But next up, let's try out these cameras and see how frankly bad these are. I didn't see any reviews on the cameras, but I can't imagine they're very good. All right, selfie cam, and oh my goodness, you guys are not ready for this one. That's rough. That makes it even worse. You can see it on a big screen now. I guess the positive to the 3-inch screen is you can barely see what you're looking at, so you're like, oh, that might look fine, when in reality it's probably horrible. But let's do the back camera now, and just like, holy crap, that's, oh man. Yeah, kind of as expected, it's not very good. Now, I do want to go back and try out YouTube and see if that'll actually work this time. It's kind of disappointing it didn't before. All right, so YouTube straight up will just not open now. You can even see the little animation of it trying to open, and it just never actually opens. Like, what in the world? I guess we could try YouTube in Chrome. Maybe that'll work better than the app. And yeah, sure enough, it at least loads up. Let's go ahead and do a little search here. All right, so on the channel now, let's go ahead and pull up a video here. And yeah, you know it's a bad sign when even the ad won't load. Like the ad is just frozen, which honestly, in my experience, just never happens on YouTube. But it's been frozen for about a minute now. Well, guys, I think we have enough info here to review this device. Man, this thing sucks. My hair turned gray waiting for apps to load. Not sure it's the worst piece of tech I've ever used, but it's up there. 1 star. Everyone knows you can buy pretty much anything under the sun from Walmart, but did you know that Walmart sells some really cheap phones? I'm talking $40, $30, even $20, but unsurprisingly, these phones have tons and tons of 1-star reviews. So in this video, we're gonna put these 1-star reviews to the test and see if these phones deserve it. Now, I have 4 phones to go through in this video, but we'll start with this Summit 5G phone, which has some pretty rough reviews. So many reviews here say it crashes, it freezes, it turns itself off, and worst of all is Susan's review, which I can't even pronounce half the words. Just read it if you want to. But here it is. We got the Summit 5G. I've never heard of Summit before, so let's open this thing up and see what's inside. Oh my goodness, yeah, this thing is not small, and it's got the 4 lenses on the back. Or actually, what are these? We have flash there, a lens there, another lens there, and then this is just a mystery block. Let's put those to the side and go ahead and just turn this phone on and see what it does. All right, guys, so phone is set up, and upon initial inspection, the phone is actually not freezing or lagging so far, but of course, all we've done is set it up, so maybe it'll start lagging here at some point. But let's go ahead and start with the app drawer. And at first glance, I see all the standard Google Suite apps along with Facebook, and wow, that's about it. So I don't see any kind of bloatware or anything there, so that's nice. Now, I will say this background photo here is cool, but it looks kind of grainy. Like the screen seems fairly high quality and has pretty good viewing angles, but I'm not a huge fan of the background there. But I really want to start with the camera, because that's kind of what I would call the most important thing, or one of the most important things on phones these days, because you know you're taking photos all the time. And of course, we have our AI built in, whatever that means. Now, according to the box, we have both a 13 megapixel camera and a 2 megapixel camera on the back. I would assume that refers to both the standard zoom there, and then the 2x zoom is probably the 2 megapixel, and the front is 5 megapixels, so not bad. Let's go ahead and take a couple photos here though. So first photo I took here did not even focus, like the entire picture is blurry, which is not a great sign. Then I took one at 2x zoom, and it's fine there, but then you go down here and the whole edge of the picture is just very blurry. And this photo's with AI, and it's actually not blurry, but it is still blurry down at the bottom. So yeah, I'm not sure what the AI thing does. And then the front camera is fine as well. So honestly, the camera's not horrible, but the blurriness is strange. Now, next I want to check out how secure this phone is, like what kind of locking mechanism we can use for the lock screen here. So I'll click on set lock screen, and we can do a swipe code, pattern, pin, password. Okay, so there's no Face ID and there's no fingerprint sensor, which honestly, not surprising for a $35 phone. Everything else seems perfectly fine so far, but I've downloaded a few apps, and we're gonna first start on, oh, we got some suggestions. We'll start on YouTube here and just search up a YouTube video and watch it a little bit and see how it plays. It appears you can rotate the landscape just fine. You can also pause the video. You can start the video without an issue. Wow, that's so surprising, because I've used a lot of really cheap phones and usually they start just freezing up on YouTube, but so far so good here. And then yeah, trying out Subway Surfers, it's very smooth, no glitchiness, nothing wrong with the screen, it's not freezing at all. I'm not quite sure what those people were on about with the whole freezing, crashing, turning off on its own. But next we'll go into the device info app here and kind of check out some stats here. So we actually have a 90 hertz display. Bro, what? We have a 90 hertz display on this $35 phone, and we have phones going for almost $1,000 that have a 60 hertz screen. That's we'll just gloss over that. We also have a CPU that seems to be reasonably recent with reasonable specs here, and our battery is 5,000 milliamp hours, which sounds reasonable. And checking out the manufacturer, it's made by Kusia, which I have never heard of. Also, the brand is Dish, which I guess Dish owns Boost Mobile. I didn't know that, but if you're okay with Boost Mobile, this phone is great. Let's leave a review. The phone does stay on. The phone does not crash or freeze. I still honestly don't know what Susan was talking about, so no comment there. Honestly, this phone is awesome for 35 bucks. 5 stars. Now guys, here we have a Blue Flex track phone that I paid $28 for, and holy crap, there are dozens of 1-star reviews, and every single one of them says they could not activate the phone. So I guess we'll have to try to activate this thing and see if it works for us, but at first glance, it's looking rough. It's a flip phone. Let's open the box up and see what's inside. There it is. That thing looks rugged, dude. Holy crap. Oh, it comes disassembled? What? And wow, we have a charging brick here. And yeah, sure enough, the battery is in its own little sleeve here. Interesting. I mean, honestly, I like it. You can actually take the battery out and replace it if it goes bad, so that's cool. And actually, before I put that in there, we do have, looks like a SIM card already installed there, a slot for a micro SD card, which is nice. And then we have our very rugged looking back cover that I guess just snaps on. And then opening it up, we of course have our, wow, this is a big boy for a flip phone. We got some big buttons. We got a pretty large screen, honestly, for a flip phone. It's even got the screen protector that has like the fake screen on it, which is kind of cool. But let's go ahead and turn it on and see what happens. So we have KaiOS, which I believe is the standard operating system for these flip phones that are flip phones, but also smart because you can like watch YouTube and text and go surf the internet, that sort of thing. So it has us starting off by connecting to Wi-Fi, and it looks like it's only 2.4 gigahertz enabled because I don't see our 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi here, which is, I don't know, that's fine. It's a flip phone. Hey, we got it. Wi-Fi and a flip phone. That's so, that's so weird, but it works. Okay, so apparently to use this thing, I have to be over the age of 16, which seems strange just to turn the phone on. Alright guys, so booted up here, we have a pretty standard background menu. We also have, I guess, our apps in here. So we got our store, contacts, call log, weather, messages, standard stuff, blah, blah, blah. We'll start with the camera here. I think there's only a back camera. I don't see a front camera on here. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. I can't imagine it's going to look good. And holy crap, this is, oh my goodness, this is truly a flip phone. Oh, now we do have some games here. Let's go ahead and see what's on here. We got Gyms, Guardians 2048, okay, a real game, Whack-A-Mole, and Birdie. Wait, is this Flappy Bird? There's ads in this game. I somehow pulled up hypoallergenic detergent laundry from Amazon. How did that happen? Wow, yeah, that's Flappy Bird. Really crappy Flappy Bird. Crap. I can't even get out of the game without seeing another ad that says, find results for dietary cat food and indoor cats. No. So now we're figuring out why this thing was so cheap. I mean, it is a flip phone, so it should be cheap, but it's ultra cheap because it has ads built in. Like, imagine you're trying to answer a call and you accidentally press the wrong button and you like click a suspicious ad instead of picking up your grandma's phone call. I don't know, man. That's kind of sketch. Also got YouTube built in here. That's kind of nice. It's just like, oh, it's just in the browser. What in the world? And yeah, there's the landscape mode, dude. Watching a YouTube video landscape on a flip phone, never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. Now guys, we gotta try the one thing that people are complaining about on this thing. Like, I didn't see any reviews talking about how bad the phone itself was. They're all just talking about how bad the service was. So let's go ahead and try to activate this track phone. I'm not sure how to do it, but we got a little pamphlet here, so we'll follow the steps and see what happens. So I'm already starting to see part of the problem. You have to go to a website on this phone and try to activate it, and just like navigating this website is horrendous because you're on a flip phone. So I got to the part where I have to put in my serial number, and I click here, and then I start typing it in, but you can't select numbers. I can't type numbers. Are you kidding me? How do I activate it? Maybe I'm missing something, but if I'm missing something, I imagine the grandma who's buying a track phone is gonna miss all of this and like can't do any of this. This is absurd. I guess for the heck of it, I'll try it on my PC and see what happens. I'll show you guys a screenshot on the screen of what I saw, but it says the device with the information you provided currently has an invalid status. Yep, the reviews are right. I think we can go ahead and leave our own review. Honestly, this phone is horrible. It was giving me ads for cats, and man, I hate cats. Just kidding, cats are fine. But yeah, like everyone else said, you can't activate this phone, so like, why does this exist? 1 star. And guys, here we have an AT&T Moto G, which actually looks pretty good, and I only paid 40 bucks for it, but the reviews might be the most concerning I've seen in this video so far. Let me show you. So one person says glass broke and screen not working, which is concerning. Next is very concerning, where this person says, if you like privacy, don't get this phone. Hacked from the moment I got it. Why is this phone hacked? But somehow even worse than that is this person that says unusable due to lack of following procedure. Had to walk 6 miles to get clear information on how to rectify situation. Now I have to wait at least 7 business days for a refund. I will lose my job over this. Terrible service. Holy crap, there's a lot to unpack there. Let's gloss over it and just go ahead and open this box up. And actually, we have a nice little flap here. You can see the device itself and also the fact that it's a 90 hertz refresh rate, 50 megapixel camera, 64 gigs of internal storage, 5,000 milliamp hour battery, even a fingerprint reader. Honestly, pretty good for 40 bucks. Let's open it up though and see what happens. We got this nice packaging, and at first glance, nice. Our glass is not broken, so that's good to see. And I believe we've seen a phone similar to this on the channel before, but it definitely was not the AT&T version, and AT&T is always super sketch, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And something I just noticed, and something to note, is we have a flash and just one single lens there, so no dual lens, no quadruple lens, no crazy whatever thing going on here. But let's boot it up and see if it works. That's not a great start. The first thing it wants me to do, as soon as I press next, it pulls up an AT&T loading menu, which, wait. It just went away. What did it do? AT&T is loading something in the background. Not a good sign for our privacy, as we saw from that one review, but yeah, let's keep going. And we already have our bloatware starting, so as soon as I boot the phone up, it wants me to sign up for Motorola or something here. Yeah, skip that. And now it has all these additional apps that it wants to download, and it doesn't give me the option to not download them, so I guess I got to. All right, so finally to the home screen here, and the first thing I see is this whole Motorola thing. I'm just gonna skip that for now. It's got a nice little background here. The screen looks pretty good. It doesn't get terribly bright, but it's bright enough. And we'll check out the app drawer here because I'm sure we have tons of bloatware, especially with AT&T. And yep, sure enough, I see lots of Google stuff, but I also see AT&T with 3 apps there. Other than that, actually not horrible. I'm not sure what Active Armor is though. What the heck is that? Oh, some AT&T security crap, dude. Just putting AT&T on your phone, just like, it's what I'd say is the worst carrier. And also we have, what is this? We have this little floating Motorola icon here. What does that do? Okay, so you can personalize your font, themes. I guess it's like a Motorola layer on top of Android, which is, you know, I guess kind of typical. And sure enough, we have our new theme here, and I just noticed we also have this Discovery Hub with just a ton of like AT&T ads and stuff. Man, AT&T is all over this bad boy. But let's go ahead and check out our camera and see how that works. Oh my gosh, why is the frame rate on the camera so bad? All right, so back camera here, actually pretty good. You can see everything. It's not blurry like that one other smartphone. And then front camera, pretty solid as well, pretty detailed. Honestly, I'd say the best camera I've seen so far in this video. I also just noticed we have this AT&T text message that came in immediately when we booted the phone up. We have this whole text about setting up AT&T service, which just disappeared on its own. Bro, what? We have one text message in the app, and clicking on it crashes the whole thing. How do I activate if I can't click the link? Dude, that's so sad. Dude, Chrome's crashing too. Whoa, what is this? This phone sucks. Oh, this thing is bad. And now it's installing more apps? Dude, I'm starting to believe that review that said this phone is hacked. There's something sketchy going on in the background. But let's go ahead and try to set up our lock screen here. I think I saw we have Face ID here, so let me try that out and see if that works. All right, so we actually have fingerprint and face unlock. Hold on, where is the fingerprint reader? Okay, ooh, it's in the home button here. That's cool. Okay, not bad, not bad. That's impressive. There's a fingerprint reader on this $40 device. But guys, I'll download YouTube and a game here, and we'll test those out and see if this thing will just stop crashing. Please, maybe. All right, so you can see the apps I'm trying to download here, and then you can see all the apps it's trying to just download on its own, which is Moto Game Time, a bunch of Google stuff. It also failed to download Family Space, Moto Actions, Motorola Notifications. There's also like 50 updates here. Like, what is going on with this thing? I can't even cancel the ones that are just stuck installing here. This is so garbage, man. Hopefully, while other stuff is downloading in the background, we can use YouTube here, which already crashed one time. There we go. Okay, now it's working. Oh, super slow. Oh man, this thing is like, oh, on the screen itself, dude, that's supposed to be 1080p right there. Just do a zoom there. Like, oh, that's so bad, man. I am so disappointed in this phone so far. Like, honestly, looking at it, it looks like a pretty nice device, but it's been very underwhelming so far. All right, guys, we finally got some apps to install. We have Subway Surfers here, so we'll go ahead and just try this out for a second, and hopefully it works. All right, cool. So the game seems to be working fine now. It had a little bit of stuttering when I started, but yeah, it's fine now. And the 90 hertz screen actually really helps it here, and it looks pretty nice. Next up, I want to go back and check out my device info tab here and see what kind of details we have. So actually, wait, this says 60 hertz. Dude, they advertised it as 90 hertz. Somebody here is lying. Oh no, it says 90 hertz right there. Okay, so maybe it's got a variable refresh rate screen or something. I'm not quite sure, but it says the screen is 6.7 inches, which I believe it's a pretty large phone. 1600 by 720, which is, that's fine. And apparently we even have a Snapdragon processor in here, which is honestly surprising to me because this thing was crashing and freezing a lot, and this phone has issues, even for 40 bucks, but let's go ahead and leave our review. Now the phone screen is not broken and I did not have to walk 6 miles to buy it, but that's where the positives end. Tons of AT&T bloatware, can't say I'm surprised, but it also crashes and freezes all the time. Honestly, maybe this phone is actually hacked. Definitely 1 star. Now here I have a Summit flip phone that I only paid 20 bucks for, and the reviews, they're interesting. We have a lot of people saying the device does not even turn on, it doesn't charge, like multiple people saying the exact same thing, which is concerning. And then what I think is the most concerning one is Michelle here, who says she's a Walmart associate, says waste of money, piece of junk. And she works for Walmart. So yeah, not sure what to make of that, but let's go ahead and open this box up and see what's inside. Charging brick, our charger, which I'll try to plug those in and see if it actually charges up because there's so many reviews saying it doesn't charge. Let's first go ahead and take the phone out, and this one is interesting. It looks rugged, but it doesn't feel rugged at all. It's just got like a carbon fiber-esque kind of feel to it. We have a pretty large screen on the front here, which is kind of cool. And then inside here we have a full screen protector looking thing with 5 megapixel camera and 8-hour talk time. Hopefully it's got a better camera quality than the last flip phone. This one is also a very large flip phone, big buttons and everything. Let's go ahead and turn it on and see if it does, because a lot of people said it doesn't. And well, that's not a good start. All right, let's try to charge it. Wait. This is why so many people are complaining about it not turning on. There's a battery hidden at the bottom of the box. It's not obvious at all. It just kind of blends in with the rest of the box, but here it is. That 100% has to be why so many people say this thing doesn't turn on. It is kind of annoying they make you take the whole back cover off and put the battery in, because you know, like for grandma or grandpa who are probably buying this phone, they probably don't know you could take the back off the back of the phone and put the battery in there. And yeah, sure enough, the phone is booting up now, which is yeah, that's that's wild. It looks like it's got a Windows lock screen or something there. And just like the last flip phone, this is only 2.4 gigs Wi-Fi as well. Oh, it worked. Let's go. And there's barely any setup here, just right on the main screen here. We've got notifications, I guess our menu here in the middle with the call history, gallery, music, camera. I guess let's start on the camera here and see how this bad boy looks. I mean, honestly, I'd say that's better than the last flip phone, like by a wide margin. And yeah, honestly, I mean, like, not bad for a flip phone. Now, I guess we have to do everything through the browser here because there's no app store or anything. Let me just try to search for YouTube and see if we can watch videos on this bad boy. Oh my gosh, that's the cursor noise. I don't feel like typing, so I'm just gonna search the first thing that pops up, which is ASMR. And yeah, it appears to be working on a tiny little screen. Well, not much else to do on this thing except for trying to activate it. So let's go ahead and try to activate it and see if it'll work better than the last flip phone. All right, SIM card is in, and the first thing that actually pops up is a carrier configuration loading page. That's already a better start. And I'm gonna try to scan this QR code here and see if I can actually access it from the phone here. I can't even focus on it. Come on, man. So just like the last flip phone, I'm gonna try to activate it on my phone, or at least I'm trying to now, and the web page doesn't work on this browser. So again, if you want to activate this phone, you need to have another laptop, another phone, another something to activate it, because this phone can't activate itself. And it has a phone number on it, but how do you call the phone number if this is your only phone? Okay, well here's the good thing. I am trying to activate it on my iPhone, and I got the SIM card number in there, the device number, and it is letting me activate it, which is obviously better than the last flip phone. So, you know, props to them there. But guys, I think we're ready for a review on this one. Yeah, so the phone definitely turns on and charges, but man, they really hid that battery. I don't think they want people to turn this thing on. Now, Michelle says it's a piece of junk, but honestly, I think it's perfectly fine for 20 bucks. 4 stars.
I bought the 10 weirdest phone cases off Temu, and in this video, we're gonna test them all out, see which ones are pretty sick and which ones are a total disaster. We got bread cases, gravity cases, weird minimalist cases, a frying pan case, what? I'm just gonna start testing all these out. Let's see what they can do. All right, up first, I have this very looking plain green case.
What did he say?
I think this one is supposed to be this here, or at least close enough. It looks like it might glow in the dark or something. Let's get this little phone piece out of here, slap my phone right inside of there, and I'm immediately curious if this thing actually glows in the dark, so I'm gonna shut the lights off and see what it does. See, look, it's glowing. It's not glowing. It's not doing anything. In terms of protection, I don't know if I would trust this thing. It's not doing much to protect your phone from drops. I'm looking at the reviews and I see Giovanni says everything is fine. You left 3 stars, Giovanni. Are you sure? Well, yeah, this one's a 4 stars from a Saria. Cute, doesn't glow as much as I'd like, but if you keep it under the light, it does. Maybe I just have to hold it outside for a little bit. Give it the photosynthesis, or that's not what that's called. I'm gonna hold it outside for a little bit, see if it glows in the dark then. Oh, it is glowing a little bit. Yo, yeah, that's definitely like a 3 or 4 star kind of glow. I kind of agree with that review. Also, there are like 15 reviews like this that just say 5 out of 5 highly recommend with no other explanation, so that's not sketchy at all, yeah. To be fair though, this case cost us $2.36. For $2, 4 stars. I can't really complain. All right, up next I have this thing. Look, what happened here? Who did this? Take painting as the shell. The shell will follow your heart. Huh? What kind of AI nonsense is this? Oh no. Wait, what? What if it doesn't light up? This phone lights up. Oh! All right, we got that bad boy out of its packaging, and yeah, looks pretty nice so far. And it's got this little thing. What? Anyway, I got the case on there now, and the little camera piece is awful. It doesn't fit on there at all. It's like stopping my phone from even sitting in the case all the way, I think. But all right, guys, it's time I do the dirty. Let's plug it in. Oh, there it goes. Is there supposed to be a way I can actually control this with the phone somehow, or is it just gonna randomly do stuff? Wait, it's only lighting up when I like interact with the phone in some way. What?
All in an effort to see what exactly the kiosk does when you exclusively sell it the jankiest of the jank.
Wait, it's reacting to the audio. It's reacting to me speaking. I am talking to my phone case and it's lighting up. $8 from Temu? That's pretty good. 5 stars. Wait a minute, I discovered a problem. There's not a good way for me to like get my finger in there. How do I unplug it? All right, I got it out. I just had to like pull the phone out from the bottom like that. That's just so sketch. Never mind, I'm dropping it down to 4 stars. That was dumb. All right, guys, up next I have one of my favorite phone case designs I saw on Temu. This is a minimalist design. As you can see, it is just 2 pieces. But here we go, here's my phone. Doesn't it look styling? Here's what it looks like from the front. I gotta say, it's really goofy. It just, these 4 corners sitting around, it just doesn't look right. Would I trust this phone to survive a fall with this case? No, I definitely would not, and I'm not testing that. Looking at reviews for this thing though, people seem to love it. I don't know what they're looking for. Like, why do they think that they need this specific case? I don't understand. I'd probably give this phone like a 3 out of 5 stars. It's just, I don't like the aesthetic. Just look how goofy that looks. Let's move on to the next case. Okay guys, up next I have what is described in the Temu listing as the gravity case. Oh my God, what is this? This is technically a phone case, I guess. How do I even mount it in there? Oh my God, look at this. I got it in there, but like, it just moves around. That is not very secure. If I flip this over, is my phone just gonna like, I mean, it's staying in there. Okay, who made this? I don't understand, but here, let's go ahead and try it out, guys. It's so violent. No one has ever wanted this. And here's the listing. This is why I bought it. Big Mac Anti-Gravity Radish Mobile Phone Case. Decompression matte feel suitable for universal mobile phone anti-drop shell. Radish? Also, it doesn't even have any reviews. So what do I rate this thing, guys? I hate it, I really do. 5 stars. All right, guys, up next we got a bread case. This one, it's bread. Ooh, actually, that's got kind of like a thick, rubbery kind of feel. It's not appetizing. I don't know if it makes me want to, take a bite out of it, but it's more premium than you would expect from a bread case. There it is. My phone is now inside of bread. Only problem with this case, and this is true on many cases, but it looks like it wraps around the edge like a little much. I have some reviews pulled up here, and you might be able to see a little more of what I'm talking about. It's kind of cutting off the corners right there and right there, so it's not a perfect fit, unfortunately. Oh, we got a 1-star review. This case is just too cute and funny. It's too cute and funny. It's bad. I like the soft feeling of it and wish there were different types of peanut butter bread or something of that sort. Dude, a PB&J phone case. Someone patent that. That's brilliant. Oh, we have an actually 1-star review. Would give this no stars, but that's not possible. The phone case is cute and all at first glance. However, buyer beware, the lock button on the case pushes down on your actual lock button on your phone and causes the Siri button to keep popping up on your screen. This sounds like a fitment issue. They have an iPhone 15, so I don't know, maybe if you have a different phone than a 13 Pro, you're gonna have different problems. But overall, this thing is pretty tasty, I'd say. 5 stars. All right, up next we got this wallet-looking thing. It's in a Ziploc bag, what? And yeah, sure enough, here they are. We got the wallet, and you can keep all your wallet things inside of here. That's kind of cool. So it's perfect for when you need your emergency Pokemon cards. Even like the little buttons here are magnetic. They just kind of pull shut and then snap together. That's quite satisfying, actually. And then yeah, sure enough, it just goes bam onto the back of the phone case. Let's go ahead and put my phone in there and see how the fitment is. Ooh. This is actually quite good. It's cheap. I mean, as you can see, like right here, it's just like this little leathery, quote unquote, leather sticker. In the hands, it actually doesn't feel too bad. How's the button feel? Perfectly fine. It's a little too sensitive, if anything. Now, is this thing actually usable with the wallet in the back? It's just this big bulky thing sticking out the back. I don't know about this. Maybe I'm alone though, because all these reviews I'm seeing are pretty positive. Wonderful quality of this case, extremely elegant and practical. Oh, I finally found one-star review. Had high hopes for this one, but was sadly let down. Installation instructions are unclear. The video insinuates that 2 pieces of rope are required to tie down the saddlebag. I don't think you meant to leave this review on this product, sir. This seems impractical just from like a fundamental design standpoint, but if you want a wallet and a phone case that go bam together, 4 stars. All right, what do we got here? Taking it out of that bubble wrap. Sliding out of more bubble wrap. What is this? It comes with a little Allen key. What do you need this for? Oh, wow, this is a thick case. Oh man. Congrats, you've used the included standard M2 tool to remove all 6 screws. Have I? It's a little presumptive, but all right, I guess I have to do it. There it goes, I got all the screws out, and wow, that is straight up metal. What in the world? Wow, look at all this stuff it comes with. Holy crap, there's like extra screws, you get a microfiber cloth. Wait, what? Set the vibe switches on your iPhone and tactic to their off vibrates positions. Okay. All right, I got like 4 of the screws in there, just these ones, because those are probably all we really need to keep this thing secure. And sure enough, this is the most rugged phone case. If you ever looked at like the Tank 3 Pro, which is a video we made before, it's like a big old rugged phone, right? But if you ever wondered, could you just take your normal phone and turn it into a rugged phone? This is pretty good for that. Like, despite the absurdity of it, it feels really good in the hands. It's not real glass, unfortunately, so it doesn't feel as good as the actual, like, material on the front of your phone. But as you can see, it looks great. I mean, yeah, you can kind of tell that there's like something in front of the screen, but it's not super noticeable. And it adds like, I don't know, a solid inch to the side. So like, if this thing gets damaged, it's on you. Actually, now that I think about it, one of the weird things with this case is that it covers up the little speaker grill and microphone thing right there. So let me test that out. Yeah, it looks like the sound is coming out like these little speakers right here. So it's redirecting the sound towards you, and it, lie, it actually sounds pretty good. It sounds a little better than my speakers usually do. What? Is that an upgrade? I saw the reviews though. Seems like everyone likes it. Super strong and durable. It's a little awkward at first because it's a little big, but after about a week of use, I won't take it off. Love it. Now, is he not taking it off because it's annoying to take it off, or does he actually like it that much? It could go either way. I'm not sure. Uh-oh, 1 star. I don't like it. It makes phone too bulky. Pics come out blurry. Too long to assemble. Really wish I could return it. Pics come out blurry? There's nothing covering the camera, so wouldn't that be your fault? Wait a minute, now that I think about it, maybe that person complaining about the photos was talking about the front of the phone, because the screen is actually covering up the front camera. So let's see what happens here. I mean, I look pretty horrifying there, but I wouldn't say blurry. Oh, 1 star and we got a video. Oh, they sent this person the wrong size. It doesn't fit in there. Oh, man. At least a 1-star review makes sense. This is a very practical case if you want something that's going to make absolutely certain your phone is not getting damaged. 5 out of 5 stars. All right, guys, up next we have a fashion case born to love. Name Smart Ink Screen. This is the case with the screen on it. Oh, I'm excited now. I also wonder if this is made by the same company that made the Fashion Moible. You know, they kind of go together, don't they? This phone is from a wild video, by the way. Go check it out if you haven't seen it already. All right, I got the wrapping off. Let's go ahead and open it up, and oh, okay. It looks like a fairly normal phone case with this really bizarre pattern on the back. The back is really sticky for some reason. It doesn't feel very good. Oh, we got a little instruction manual here. It's even in the shape of an iPhone. That's kind of clever. Let's just go ahead and try this out. How is this gonna work? I have to install the Ink Show app. I will say, just right off the bat, the buttons on this case are phenomenal. They feel so clicky. That's a clicky button. All right, here we go. It's Ink Show time. DIY, customize your own mobile phone case. This is the worst tutorial I've ever seen. What is this? Miracast, load material to DIY. Is this even doing anything? I don't even think it's connected. I'm gonna take a photo. Perfect. Miracast, projecting picture, ready to scan, preview success. What does this mean? Oh, it's doing something. Refreshing screen. What is happening? Is there anything on the, whoa! What? Oh my God. That is terrifying. What is, oh my gosh. No. It was just the way it was like slowly fading in. It was like he was breaking through the phone. Oh geez. All right, I am updating the photo. I have put something new on here. Let's see if this works. There it goes. It's coming in. Guys, what kind of technology even is this? Is this like some kind of like weird screen thing where it has to refresh like this? Here she comes, passing through the void. I gotta say, this is a really goofy feature, but I love it. This is amazing. The only real downside is that I don't like the material on the back of the phone. It's like this annoying glossy texture. It's like really sticky. It's not good to hold. But as a case, I mean, I think it's very, very functional. By the way, this is all the listings showed. It just says Smart Ink Screen Projection Phone. I don't know what that means. They just show an anime girl. And you know, when I bought this case, there actually weren't any reviews, but it looks like there's a bunch that have come in now, and it's a bunch of positive reviews from what it seems. Yeah, all 5 stars. That's amazing. And I kind of agree. It's 5 stars for me as well. All right, guys, up next I have... What do I say? What is this? Taking it out of the packaging. Apparently, this is like a flip case design. Oh my God, it has a mirror. What? It's so floppy. This is not protecting your phone from anything. What does this say? Please tear protective film before use. How do I get the protective film off? It doesn't want to come off. Oh, there we go. I'm slowly getting there. There we go. Now I can look at my very, very, very gorgeous face all the time. Look at that. That's incredible. Oh, let's go ahead and get my phone in here. And here it is. I can't. Good eat. No, that cannot be the name of this company. What is this? It's just this little, yep, it's just hanging out. Cool. Bam. I mean, that is actually kind of satisfying. Not gonna lie, I gotta flip that open like that. Ooh, my phone is already almost falling out though, because it's just so flimsy. There's no actual thing like holding the phone in here. It's a funny joke case, I guess, because it looks really goofy, but this is not practical at all. And then looking at the reviews, looks like I'm not alone. We got 3 stars from Jerica. It's super cute, but made of super thin, flimsy rubber. It's hard to keep it clean. I just wish the front of the case that covers my screen was made of plastic. But anyways, I don't know, guys. Unless you really love the aesthetic of this phone case, or you really need a mirror on the top portion of the flip. 2 stars. Let's move on to the next case. All right, guys. Oh, man, I'm excited for this one. As you can see, this is a frying pan case. What? Sliding this bad boy out. Wait, the egg comes separate. What? I guess I just slide my phone. No, it's the wrong size. This case was the whole reason I wanted to make this video. And they sent me the wrong size. It looks like it's for a max, I would imagine, so it's not gonna, yeah, even the 14 doesn't fit in there. All right, guys, I have procured an iPhone 13 Pro Max that will actually fit inside of this case. And as you can see, it is just as glorious as we had hoped. Look at the egg. The egg is just there. It does indeed just stick to the top of the pan like that, but come on, how good does that look? Now, is this actually usable? No. But honestly, besides the stupidity of like, you know, not being able to fit it into your pocket, or I don't know, you're gonna need like the biggest purse on earth in order to make this work. But beyond that, I don't even think this is functional. Like, even just pressing the power button is so awkward because you have to like squeeze your thumb into like this little space right here. So there's no one-handing your phone anymore. You have to like hold it by the handle or hold it up here and then like do this kind of thing. Let's go ahead and do what we all came here for though. Let's go ahead and make a phone call with this bad boy.
Buenos dias.
Oh, hello. I am calling you from my frying pan phone.
Oh.
Yes.
It sounds a little sizzly.
The plastic is so cheap. I feel like it would break if you just kind of like, oh God. Oh, it's already separating. What? And sure enough, I'm looking at the reviews now. We got this 1-star review from Sra. I got sent the entirely wrong size, so I can't even use this. 5 stars. I love being a Temu customer. I don't think that's a real review. I'm just gonna, yeah, I don't think so. But I don't know, it's obviously a gag gift, but they also sent the wrong case, so like 3 stars? I don't know.
eBay is a great place for finding used electronics, but unfortunately, they have a ton of bad sellers with very poor feedback. So I bought used LG phones from some of eBay's worst sellers, and in this video, we'll test these phones out and see if the sellers deserve their bad feedback. Now guys, here I have an LG Optimus I paid $20 for, and while the listing is fine, except for the fact that there's added games, which is interesting, the seller feedback is awful. Let me show you. The seller has a very common theme of sending stuff that's not as described. This person says, all parts of the phone are missing, bad seller. This one says, item did not exceed expectations because it was not the item that was pictured or expected. And this one says, sent a phone with a dismantled LCD and didn't mention that in their title or descriptions. All right, so here's the phone itself, and it looks pretty good at first glance. It's got some scuffs and scratches in the front, but nothing that's unexpected or out of the ordinary. We have a SKU and a location on the back, which is interesting. Well, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's boot it up and see if it'll work. It keeps booting up, and then watch this. It'll boot up and then turn itself off in just a second. Literally just in this constant boot loop of charging, turning on, and then turning back off. And I never even told it to turn on. It's just doing that on its own. What do I do? Well guys, after like an hour of trying different chargers and letting this thing sit on chargers, it wasn't doing anything. And then finally, it just randomly decided to start charging. So I think we can actually use this thing now. Let's go ahead and turn it on and see what it does. So at first glance, screen looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go straight into like a white screen, see if I see any like discoloration. No, that looks pretty good. Also, this thing said it had extra games. I'm not quite sure what that means. Where are the games? What? All we have is this T-Mobile folder, a Google folder, and then a bunch of just standard stuff here. Why would you say there's added games in the listing and there's just no games? I just don't understand. But in the meantime, we'll check out the Android version. So we're on 5.02, so quite old at this point. We also have a phone number that still shows here. I'll blur that out, but that's kind of funny. Wait, we actually have bars. Hold on, what? I guess there's a SIM card in here if it's showing bars and shows a phone number. Let me pull this back open real quick. Oh, yep, there's our T-Mobile SIM card still in there, which is something. Oh, also, there's a 2 gig SD card. That's random. Let's go ahead and keep exploring though. And what did I just press? Apparently I pressed to update this thing. No, thank you. But anyway, you can see there's 24 kilobytes in photos and videos, which is basically nothing. Oh no, never mind. There is some stuff here. Hold up. We got stuff still loaded on this thing. So this phone is not factory reset at all, which is kind of funny. You got a guy here digging in the backyard. We've got a cat chilling in a box, which is just a classic. Person's building a house, I guess. That's cool. A photo of a tattoo in Texas. That's kind of cool, I guess. Looking around this phone, there's not much else to do here, but let's go ahead and take a little selfie photo here and see what that looks like. I don't know, I thought it would be a little bit better than that, but whatever. All right, this phone is strange from all angles. Let's leave some feedback. This phone is strange. The phone does work, but it took forever to get it to charge and turn on. And also, why does the listing say added games when there are literally no games on this phone? It was funny seeing old photos though. I'm going neutral feedback. Now in this box, I have a couple LG G5 phones I got from eBay from a seller that has a really confusing listing and also very bad feedback. Let me show you. So the listing says parts only in the title, but the condition says used, which those two just, that doesn't match up. And there is so much negative feedback on the seller, but I found one review that kind of encapsulates all of it, so let me just read it to you. Stay away from this seller. Wish I would have looked at their 500 plus negative feedback ratings in the last 6 months alone before purchasing. Sold me a dead hard drive even though it was listed as used, aka working, and then waited as long as they possibly could before eBay had to step in for the refund process. And the seller has this response they send to almost every piece of negative feedback. They say, "We regret this wasn't the experience you were hoping for. We've reached out to you directly to find a resolution that works for you." And the person that left bad feedback actually replied back to that as well and says, "LMAO, look at that automated bot response. I blocked this seller. They cannot contact me or follow up. Now they want to answer customers because it's a bot. LOL." So let's find out what's inside this box. All right, so 2 phones in here and they are packaged pretty well. I'll give them that. And the phones at first glance appear to be in pretty nice condition. We have 2 LG G5s for Verizon. They both have check marks on them, so I guess that means they verified they work. But all right, got the silver phone turning on. Let's go ahead and see if I can get to the main menu. Hopefully it's unlocked and doesn't have a lock code on it. First thing I get is an Amber Alert, which is just great. Let's go ahead and check out this phone and see if there's anything saved on it. Like, oh wait, hold on. You can see the entire bottom of the screen is just very, very yellowed. So that's not great. Didn't show that in the photos. Of course. Yeah, I didn't mention it, but the listing literally says good LCD, and this is exactly the opposite of a good LCD. But let's go ahead and keep scrolling around, see if there's anything else on this phone by default, and see what else this thing can do. So we're on Android 7.0, and the network is an unknown. I'm not quite sure why. That might mean it's unlocked, but I'm not sure. The listing said it was on Sprint, so maybe that's why it says unknown, because Sprint just does not exist anymore. It's part of T-Mobile. But it does look like the phone is factory reset, because there's nothing on here except for a bunch of apps. Let me go ahead and see what kind of default apps we have here. Probably a bunch of bloatware. Wait, hold on. The listing says Sprint, but there's a bunch of Verizon bloatware here. That doesn't add up. Also, we have a bunch of Amazon apps by default, I guess. Let's pop in a SIM card. I have a Verizon SIM card. Let's pop it in and see if it'll work. Oh yeah, and sure enough, we got 4G LTE up there. Let's go ahead and just search on Google and just verify it works. And yep, there it goes. So it is a Verizon phone, not a Sprint phone like it said, or maybe it's unlocked. Come on, man. What? Anyways, let's take a quick photo here to see how this selfie cam works. Not bad, but it's softened a lot, which is interesting. But all right, let's go ahead and move on to our second phone here and see if that one is any better than this thing. Okay, now booting this one up, it looked like it also has a yellowed screen down there. Hold on. It's got the same exact lock screen and everything. What? This one's yellowed as well. Also, this one even has some additional like imperfections in the screen that you can see there. Like, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there's like some just deeper white marks there, and maybe over there as well. Yeah, and for reference, I have both of them pulled up now, and they're both definitely yellowed. They're very similar yellowing at the bottom, but not quite the same. That's really strange. All right, let's check out the rest of this phone, and sure enough, this one also has Verizon on it, so this is also a Verizon phone, not a Sprint phone, just like the other one. That, I mean, why are you lying on the listing? Otherwise, same thing, Android version 7.0. It's got all the apps in the exact same spots as far as I can tell. I don't know, these 2 phones are kind of crap. Let's go ahead and leave some feedback though. Not really sure what's going on here. Both phones have yellowing portions of the screen, and they're also both on Verizon, not Sprint like the listing said, so this is definitely negative feedback. So here I have an LG Dare I paid like 20 bucks for, and the listing makes no sense, and then the feedback is really bad. Let me show you. So the listing here says excellent condition, but the first photo shows about 15 million micro scratches on the screen, so that's That's pretty questionable. And of course, the feedback is no better. It's got, this one says, it's locked with 4-digit code. I googled how to factory reset it without the code and still won't work. Need to return it. So seller is sending out a phone with a lock code still on it. This one says the unit smokes and smells like it is going to burst into flames. The cord has burn marks on it. That's not from a phone, but it's from another electronic, and that's never a great sign. And this person says, does not answer messages, took 2 weeks to send package, very unprofessional. So let's go ahead and see what's inside of this box, and hopefully it works. Pulling it out here, yeah, that's definitely that's definitely not excellent condition. The first thing you see is just actually the screen is basically matte now because of how many scratches are on it. That's absurd. The back is fine though. Still not sure I'd call it excellent condition, but it's better. And the sides are all beat up as well. Let's go ahead and try to turn it on though and see if it'll turn on. All right guys, finally got this phone charged up enough to turn on, and it's got this pretty cool background. It's got like it's motion graphics with a, I don't know, little stick figure guy. Let's go ahead and see if it unlocks, and yeah, cool, we are unlocked here. And also let's go ahead and check and make sure it doesn't smell like smoke in a fire. That one review said, and no, it smells fine. Hold on, what is this? The main menu is like, the icons are everywhere and you can put them wherever you want to, which I guess is kind of cool in theory, but probably get really annoying. Checking out let's go to, I guess, my pictures. Oh, we got stuff. We got some photos of random people. Hold on. What am I looking at? I can barely see what's going on here. We have something that says not made in China. Okay. We have a giant stack of cups. Awesome. We've got a dented car. That's not good. We've got a dude taking a selfie in the mirror. That's just classic like 2008 kind of energy there. Yo, we got some potatoes. Those sweet potatoes, I think. It's hard to tell. That's hilarious. Took a photo of Kansas when they scored 69 points. Nice. Wow, okay, and they got some Scrabble pieces here where they just spelled out, what is that, poops, and then other things, other body parts that I probably can't say, so you can guess what they say, what they are, though. That's good stuff. And yo, oh, we got an Xbox 360 here. Yo, that's sick. He's even got the bunny ears, he's got the chat pad. Dude, Modern Warfare 2, yo, my man. And that's about it, but that was sick. That was a blast to the past. Love seeing the 360 photos. Let's see what else is on this phone, though, if I can navigate. Come on. Go back. All right, guys, we got to check out the camera here and see what kind of photos it's taking because holy crap, it looked bad, but let's try. Oh, that actually looks better than I thought it would. But anyways, guys, this phone is working. Let's go ahead and leave our feedback. This phone is pretty jank and it's definitely not in excellent condition, but it's got some gems on it. I like it. Positive feedback. Now here I have an LG Realm that I paid about 18 bucks for, and the listing's pretty normal, but the feedback, yeah, the seller replies to all the feedback, so let's take a look. This person says, warning, very dishonest seller, stay away from him or you'll be sorry. And the seller responds back, thanks for your dishonest feedback. Gave $25 and tried to squeeze more money out of me. Okay, it's a little bit spicy there. This one says, at this time I have not received this merchandise. Please advise, my phone number is, which is just absurd because why would you post your phone number publicly? And here this feedback says, be very, very careful, a nightmare to deal with the seller. And the person replies back, thank you for trying to scam me out of an item. And it like keeps going on and on. There's a lot of that. So let's go ahead and see what's inside of here and hopefully it works. All right, so inside the box, we got our phone here. And I do recall this phone not having a battery, so we'll have to source our own battery, which I think I have one for this phone. Also, the screen is pretty dang scratched up, very scratched up actually. And here on the back side, yeah, he did say this in the listing that the back camera glass is broken, which is very strange, but that was in the listing. All right, guys, got a battery for this phone, and unfortunately, the one I ordered still is not the right size, even though it's supposed to be for this phone. But let's go ahead and see if this will fit. Oh, there we go. Felt a vibration. Yes, it is booting. All right, I gotta hold it right here so it stays in place. But let's go ahead and see if this phone works and what's on it. All right, guys, booted up here. We do have the battery still kind of in place, but it keeps trying to turn off. So let's go ahead and do this quickly and see if it works. And yeah, touchscreen works. Let's go ahead and try out the camera because yeah, for obvious reasons. Yeah, it's not great. Let me show you here. Yeah, you can kind of see there the photo is just not quite right. There's some like light bleed around the edges. It just doesn't look quite right. Let's try a selfie photo next. And yeah, that right there is a good bit better. I also noticed there's a random corrupted file or photo under the photo gallery. I'm not sure what that's from. That's the only other thing there, I think. Oh, actually, no, there's a screenshot here of the setup wizard. What? Okay, that's random. But yeah, other than that, it looks like it was factory reset and the phone is working fine as long as I hold the battery in place. It's getting a bit hot, so it's probably not the right battery. So let's go ahead and remove that and I guess leave a review here. No complaints here. It matches the description. Positive feedback. Now here I have an LG Tribute I paid about 20 bucks for, and the listing's pretty normal except for the fact that it has a cracked screen in the photos. But the feedback, man, I just gotta show you. Now there's a lot of bad stuff, but these are my 3 favorites. We have, this item was garbage. We have, you are so bad. And last but not least, you are the worst seller I have ever seen before. You always sell the deficit items. Great stuff, but let's see what's inside. All right, first thing I gotta say is they utilize the free packaging from USPS inside of the actual package, which is, I don't like when people do that because they're just taking advantage of the system and making it more expensive for the rest of us. But here's the phone itself, and yeah, the listing showed the cracked screen, so I expected that. unfortunate. It did say it works fine. Other than that, I'm not quite sure how it can work fine when you've got to like rub your finger over cracked glass. But let's go ahead and see if it turns on. Okay, it's turning on, and wow, we have a Virgin mobile phone. I have not seen one of those in a really long time. Start exploring and start with, ooh, ow, I kind of rubbed my finger on some glass, which is not surprising, but yeah, it happened. But yeah, anyway, I see some apps here. We got Flashlight, we've got Google Apps, we got all, all the standard stuff here. Now we'll start on the About Phone page, and in case you didn't know, this phone came out in, I think, 2014, and the phone's name, we actually got a phone name here, it's DLTB's Tribute. It's still got a phone number here, so there must be a SIM card inside, and we are on Android 4.4.2, which makes sense. And then in the notification bar, we have this Bluetooth share sent files, 24 successful. What? I guess it's kind of like an AirDrop kind of thing, I guess, for Androids. Let's go ahead and explore, see if there's anything left on this phone. Okay, wow, apparently to use Google Photos, you got to update it. Is there another photo app here? Yeah, we got Gallery. And yep, sure enough, there's just some random stuff left here. We got IMG Purchase. What? Just like random icon photos. What is that? And on the camera, we have photos of tomatoes. Wow, okay. Tomatoes, whatever that is. What is this? It looks like the person took a photo of a TV of a person who's got like some clothes on just sitting in the corner. What is that? I don't understand. Wait, hold on, they're in zoom. Yo, okay, we're gonna have to blur out a bunch of this stuff, but like if you really zoom in, you can see like the I think that's the zoom icon bar down at the bottom, and then I guess this person, maybe it's a dude's phone and he's like zooming with his wife. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. But guys, guess let's go ahead and take a little selfie photo here and see what this camera can do. Battery too low for camera. All right, great. Well, I think we've seen enough of this phone. Let's leave our feedback. The phone works fine other than the cracked screen, but that was in the listing. I will say though, there were some pretty sus photos on this thing, but overall, not bad. Positive feedback. Guys, here I have an LG 800G that I paid about 15 bucks for, and the listing's pretty normal except for the fact that it says it might have water damage, which apparently does not affect anything, but the feedback on the seller, it's rough. Let me show you. Got the classic here, phone doesn't work, sent a faulty item. This one says, I bought this phone trusting the seller. The phone needs a password I cannot unlock to activate. After several messages to the seller, I get no response. Which is pretty bad. You don't want your phone to be locked when you buy it. And then this one right here, this one takes the cake. We got, please think about deleting photos that you wouldn't want your mother seeing. So you can only guess what kind of photos were on this that used phone. So let's see if there's anything interesting on this phone here. Wow, that's some nice protection for the screen there. I guess it's because it came in a little bubble mailer, so they needed to include this, but still kind of cool. And yeah, here's the phone. It's in fine condition. I mean, it's actually, that's pretty bad. The screen is scratched to oblivion. The back is pretty beat up as well. Let's go ahead and check out the battery here. All right, so on the back here, let's go ahead and take the battery off, and somewhere under here, there should be apparently indication of water damage. I had to pry the battery up with a screwdriver there, and we have a SIM card in here. Yo, wait, hold on. This is the oldest SIM card I've ever seen. It just says SIM card on it. There's no indication of what carrier it is. That's hilarious. But yeah, other than that, I'm not seeing the indication of water damage anywhere. Like usually there's a little sticker that turns a different color when it's got water damage, but I don't see that. So maybe this phone had the incorrect description, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and try to turn it on and see if it works. Okay, phone's booted up and it wants me to do a touchpad calibration. Oh, okay. Okay, well that's not good. The corner of the touchscreen doesn't work. Bro, the touchscreen is horrible. I can't touch anything. Okay, well I finally got past that and I guess it's maybe working now. Let's go ahead and see if the touchscreen actually works. Okay, it works when I press the corner there. It works there. Okay, so I guess it's fine now. That was kind of weird. It's got some cool icons and text here. Let's start with the games and apps and see if there's anything downloaded here. We got Buy Games, Containers Block, and Castle Defense. Let's try out Containers Block here. Yeah, and sure enough, there it is. We got free mode. Will it click? Yeah, it goes. Okay, I don't actually want to play this. Let's go back to the main menu and explore some more. And I should point out that this phone is clearly not on Android, which makes sense. It's a pretty old phone. But we'll try out some other stuff here. We got gallery, nothing there, no files. Let's go ahead and try to take a photo on this thing and see what it looks like. Can't be very good. Honestly, it's bad, but it's better than I thought it would be. Oh, and also we have 49,000 minutes left on this phone. Is that right, or is that a glitch? And it says due date 2012. I don't know what it means by due date, but that's interesting. Also earlier I saw there were bars up here. I don't see them anymore. I don't know how it would detect any bars because it's clearly like a 2G or 3G phone and those don't exist in the US anymore as far as I'm aware. But otherwise it works fine. I'm really not sure what you would do with a phone like this these days because like there's no Wi-Fi, like I don't know, unless you're just like collecting old phones. But guys, let's leave some feedback. This phone was perfectly fine. I'm leaving positive feedback.
Everyone knows that eBay is the place to get great deals on electronics, but beneath the surface, there's an epidemic of horrible sellers that make it their mission to ruin your day. How do I know this? Well, I bought 3 MacBooks from the worst eBay sellers I could find, and in this video, we'll open them up, test them out, and see just how bad they could be. Spoilers? Pretty dang bad it turns out. Let me show you. All right, guys, in this box here, I should have a MacBook Pro. So first of all, the seller has a cool 88% feedback rating, which is really bad for eBay. There are a lot of messages like this one here. I have bought the same board twice and they never send it and the seller does not respond to messages. Item came covered in some sort of white powder dust. Couldn't you have cleaned it, i.e. wiped the item before shipping? Let's go ahead and open the box up and see if we got any special white powder for us today. Guys, look at how many layers of bubble wrap this thing has. Didn't one of the reviews say that this guy doesn't like package things up enough? He must have fixed that because this is overboard if anything. Ooh, we got a little piece of tape here, 909-7391. Is that like a phone number? Anyway, looking at the aesthetic qualities of this machine, it looks pretty good. Just a few scuffs and scratches. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's going on the inside. Yeah, it looks pretty solid. The screen has like a weird film over it, or they look like they wiped it down with something. No. That's all right. Let's go ahead and just right off the bat see if it turns on. And no, it does not look like it has any power. I will come back when it's all charged up. All right, guys, I left this laptop charging overnight for a little while. As you can see, there's no passcode or anything. Also, I guess it belongs to a Miranda. What kind of laptop are we looking at here? Oh, we got the spinny wheel. It's having a little bit of a hard time. Oh, we're on El Capitan. I feel like that's a somewhat recent version of macOS. There was a problem with Microsoft OneNote was closed. Oh, what? I didn't open that. Get out of here. Oh, geez, things are opening all over the place. Last time you opened Safari, it was unexpectedly quit while reopening. Stop bouncing. What is this? Microsoft error reporting. Yes, reopen Safari. Go right ahead. No. It's a fast volume. I'm going to connect to Wi-Fi and see what it pulls up. No. Oh, it's loading. The connection is not private. Okay, I don't want to go there. Please don't. You can see here I'm trying to connect to corn300.com. It doesn't want to connect for some reason. Oh, no. Guys, can we just talk about the fact that this computer wasn't factory reset? I mean, how are you out here selling people's laptops without factory resetting them? Excuse me? Oh, now I'm trying to connect to cornburst.xxx. It's not working. Guys, that's just the browser. I just opened Safari because it said it was open before. That's what popped up. What am I about to find on this hard drive? Here we go. We got skull structures practice. Wow, it's like a little PowerPoint. Okay, this person must have been in school or something. There's a picture on here just called Hell, and it's just a random photo of a woman. What? This computer confuses me deeply. Oh, yep, I found a 2016 tax return on here. That's just chilling out here. Cool. Factory reset your machines. I shouldn't have to say that, but holy crap. There was no password on this machine either. What? Got a bunch of biology lecture stuff, so I guess that's pretty wholesome in the whole downloads area. Maybe it was someone else opening up all those websites. I have no idea. Very nice. We have tons and tons of photos. I don't know why I did this, but I looked at this person's history. They're only Safari visits from 2022, and it's all to, you know.
Code.
I think I've had enough of this computer. It works. That's all I can say. It works. Let's leave a review. MacBook did not come covered in white powder dust, but did potentially have other white substances on it at some point. The laptop was not factory reset, and I really wish it was. My eyes may never recover. Neutral feedback. So up next, I should have a MacBook Pro from 2012. It costs us about 90 bucks. And as you can see from the photos, it's got a few issues. And the description just basically goes over that the laptop should be fine. It works totally fine. It just has a bit of some physical deformities. It's okay. Now, the reason I'm specifically a little sketched out about this laptop is that this seller has a bit of a history of getting bad feedback for not exactly being accurate in his description. Here's one of the funniest ones I found. Service battery working, warning emoji, dead USB port, blank face emoji, glitchy HDMI port, angry cursing emoji. I scrutinizingly read every word and picture in seller's item description and it said normal battery and no bad ports. Great price. Oh man, here's another really bad one I found. I bought a MacBook Pro 2015. When I took the MacBook, opened it, I began to smell a pungent smell from it. My head started to hurt from this smell. Oh boy, should I open this up? I don't know. I'm a little concerned for my safety. Worst seller on eBay, poor shipping, lock computer, and not as described. Bare bone computer. Either way, guys, let's go ahead and open this box up and see what's inside. All right, sliding the laptop out. You know, this is a lot of packaging, I gotta say. Ooh, except it's not really sealed on the side here. You can see the laptop is just open and exposed. Oh, just like that. I didn't even mean to drop it that hard, but you get my point I'm trying to make. Oh man, the physical appearance of this laptop is brutal. Oh man, the lid doesn't even close all the way. Also, is this a piece of paper in there? We would appreciate your kind feedback as it helps in growth and being able to provide blah blah blah. Also, password 1234 apparently. That's very random, but kind, I guess. But oh man, opening this bad boy up. You guys can immediately see why I wanted to buy this bad boy. Look at that bulge. So clearly there was some kind of impact right here and it caused like a major dent in the laptop. Now, I could be wrong. I don't know this specific model of MacBook Pro it looks like, but I think right here is where they keep the battery in these laptops. So that doesn't seem very safe. Also, we have a sticky note. What is this? Mid-2012, 2.5 i5, okay, so it's just the specs of the machine. Dent on left palm rest, crack on trackpad, but works fine. Yeah, we'll see about that. Also, there's an I on the I key. What is this? Is this a sports thing? This looks like it might be a sports thing. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a decorative eye. It looks nice. Oh yeah, also the trackpad is cracked. It was like that in the photos. Don't worry. I knew it was like that, and man, that looks bad. It does look like it's a pretty similar model to that other MacBook Pro we saw. Oh man, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but the trackpad is actually like lifting off a little bit on the top here and down here. Oh, that's really crazy. It's not like in there at all in the right way. The bottom surprisingly looks okay though. It's got some QA stickers. Was this refurbished or did this like eBay seller do this stuff? I don't know. What is this button? I don't know if I ever had a MacBook with this button right here. On the other side, oh yeah, we got a disk drive in this thing. That is so hype. Let's go ahead and see if this laptop somehow just turns on. I just held the power button for a long time and it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Let's plug it in, charge it up a little bit and come back. All right guys, I let the laptop charge up for quite a while. It should be fully charged at this point. If it's not charged, I think we know that the battery might be shot. Gee, I wonder how that happened. Oh, but wait a minute, the screen's already on and it has 77% battery left. Does 1234 work as the password? Yes, it does. Also, I hear something inside this machine. I think that would be a mechanical hard drive. Not too surprising for a laptop of this era, but let's just start testing things. The trackpad shockingly works. Well, kinda. It doesn't like click. I just had to like push down and it actually seems to be selecting things, but there's no haptic feedback of any kind when I push down on the trackpad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to do anything, but it just, the trackpad thinks that it's clicking all the time. I can't select anything. Now, one thing I want to check real quick. There is not a pungent, head-hurting smell coming from the laptop, so I guess we have a good one. Looks like we're on OS 10 Yosemite, and all the specs here seem to line up with what the listing said it should have, from what I remember. 2 gigabytes of DDR3, by the way, that's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and see if the Wi-Fi chip actually works in this thing, and oh, it immediately scanned a bunch of networks, okay. Test out the keyboard here. It feels pretty good. Ooh. Oh my, this computer might need some system updates in order to function properly, but I tried to run some kind of speed test on it. I guess that is technically connecting to the internet, so that works. What else can I test on this thing? It's got a disk drive. I can try to use that. All right, I got one of these horrifying double-sided DVDs to test out in this thing. I'm just gonna slide this in there. Hello? Ooh, I don't think that's working, guys. It's very possible I'm doing something stupid here and I just don't know how to use this specific disk drive on this MacBook, but I feel like it should be doing something when I try to stick a disk in there. Well, I think the only thing left for me to do really with this laptop is I gotta open up the back and see what the heck is going on the inside of this machine. Back is coming off. Here we go, guys. Oh no, what? I guess it shouldn't really be too surprising, but yeah, that's the battery right there and it's exposed. This is not a good look. I mean, guys, just look at that damage to the battery. That's horrible. I will say though, shockingly, on the inside here, everything looks pretty clean. I just wish our poor disk drive would function, but oh well. Either way, guys, let's go ahead and leave a review. Calling this trackpad working is a pretty wild stretch. It clicks constantly, making it almost impossible to actually use this laptop. Fortunately, however, the dents in the battery did not make a smell that made my head hurt. Neutral feedback. Now guys, up next, what I wanted to do originally was show you this Apple MacBook Pro. If you look closely, it is an iBook G4. Unfortunately, when we tried to buy this laptop, the seller never accepted our offer on it, and then the listing actually just shut down. What's the problem here? What makes it like a sketchy seller, right? Well, take a look at the description. This Apple whatever is a perfect device for all your computing needs with a powerful Intel Core 2 Duo processor. Oh, you know, G4 was a series of laptops between the years 2001 to 2006. Yes, it'll meet all your 2025 computing needs. Although maybe I should be glad I never got this laptop because he doesn't have a lot of feedback, but he did have some pretty spicy negative ones. We had this review. The laptop arrived with a screen with non-functioning hinges reeking of cigarette smoke and grimy. Was this G4 gonna smell like nothing but a fat pack of used cigarettes? We'll never know. Now up next, guys, I have an Apple MacBook Air 13.3 inch. Now from the looks of it, this should be kind of a recent-ish MacBook Air. You know, probably later Intel era. But the pictures here, they're so blurry. How can they be this blurry? It just makes it difficult to tell what you're even gonna get in this thing. So let's look at the description real quick. Oh, there is no description, no explanation of what you're getting, what's going on with this thing. Well, maybe the feedback can, guide me in a certain direction one way or another. Oh, nope, they have 8 feedback in 100% positive. That doesn't tell me anything. They could have just gotten, 8 people to buy some things from them, or maybe it's all buyer feedback. I don't even know. Let's go ahead and open the box up and see what's inside. All right, sliding this bad boy out of the packaging. It looks like this is the OEM packaging for the MacBook Air. That's nice. It's a little beat up, but honestly, that's a nice little bonus. Let's go ahead and open her up. That was a weird noise. Taking this out. Ooh, this thing comes with a charger. Awesome. And yeah, sure enough, it's a MacBook Air. It looks pretty good. It's just a little dirty on the top. Bottom looks okay. It's got some, you guys gonna be able to see that? It's got some weird imprints on the bottom. This charger has seen better days, but honestly, these white cables always turn this disgusting shade of yellow, so it's probably not even the original owner's fault. And look, we even have some manuals. Who keeps these? Oh, I even get the stickers. So yeah, it looks like you get an actually complete in-box MacBook Air. That's very nice. I didn't expect that. And opening the laptop up, the hinge feels pretty nice still. The inside is really dirty. There's some kind of shiny substance on the space bar there. Ugh. Trackpad still clicks fine. Let's just see if it powers up right off the bat. Oh, there's no way. That's awesome. I think this laptop was sitting around the office for maybe 2 weeks before I just turned it on right now. So that's pretty impressive in terms of the battery health for this machine. Let's see if it actually boots up all the way though. And yeah, we have our little welcome screen here. Seems to be working fine. It looks like the computer was factory reset. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing set up. I'll come back when it's ready. Gotta say, this trackpad still feels pretty good. And despite being a little grimy and sticky, the keyboard's still pretty solid too. It doesn't seem to be connecting to Wi-Fi though, so that's a little concerning. Oh, we got a spinny wheel now. That's not a good sign either. Oh, wait, there it goes. It actually connected, I think. Looks like a fairly, modern-ish version of Mac, so we are up and running here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Screen still looks really good. We're on version 10.14.6 Mojave. Now, the viewing angles on this machine are really not solid at all. Actually, on the camera, they look pretty good, but for me, it looks like this. But it does say that we're connected to Wi-Fi, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can run a speed test real quick. And yeah, there it goes. And it's going pretty quick too. It's not like the full speed of what our internet should be doing, but it's pretty close. How old is this MacBook? Oh, okay, it's 13-inch from 2017, so not that old at all, honestly. I guess in the grand scheme of things, that is 8 years ago. Also, side note, I've had this thing unplugged off of battery for a solid day at this point, and it's still working totally fine. So this is a completely functional MacBook Air. This is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and leave a review. MacBook arrived in excellent condition. It did not look as blurry in person as it did in the photos. And even though the description was totally blank, it came with some nice extras. Positive feedback. TikTok is the place to go these days to buy cheap, terrible phones that nobody should buy. And that's why in this video, I bought every phone I could find on TikTok with 1-star reviews, just so you'll know exactly which phones you should avoid. Spoilers, it's all of them. All right, guys, up first I have this kid's toy smartphone. They got a couple different colors here. You know I had to get this blue one. Just look at this dinosaur. He's so happy. Despite its cute looks though, I'm a little scared still. We have this 1-star review here. It says, absolutely terrible, cheap quality. My son won't play with anything but the flashlight. What's your son doing with that flashlight, ma'am? I don't want to know. And then there's this other one, this 1-star says it's so hard for kids to use. Isn't that the whole point? It's a kid's phone. Who knows? Let's open it up and see what's inside. And sure enough, we got our kid's phone, guys. Just look at this case. I have no words. This is perfect. Oh, it smells so bad. What is this crap we got down here? We got a charger, it looks like, and oh, it's a lanyard. Gotta put the lanyard on right. There we go. We got the lanyard installed. That's incredible. Anyway, let's turn this thing on and see if it works. Wow, that turned on really fast. Dyno in the back, 214 in the front. Beep, beep. I guess we'll start out with the camera here. Perfect. That's perfect quality. It actually has a rear camera too, surprisingly. Except in my opinion, the quality of the rear camera, it's even worse. Oh, no pinch to zoom. You don't get that feature. It has video as well. We can try that. This is day 1 of my vlog. I'm recording on my Dyno phone. Dyno fact number 1. They're really cool and they're all dead. Oh, what happened? Did I break it? Is it frozen? Uh-oh. It's not turning off. Oh, there we go. It closed. We got music on here. Does it actually, have music? Oh, it doesn't want to open, guys. Uh-oh. Whoa, there it goes. ABC song. HIJKLMN. The ABC song she just sang was wrong. It's like they took the LMNOP, but they spread it out for some reason. That broke my whole brain. Is this your first time you guys have heard of this as well? Clap your hands.
Get ready to clap your hands.
I don't want to. We got the torch on the back, and this is more British propaganda out here. Do not shoot directly at the eyes. It's actually a little too powerful in my opinion for a kid to have ownership over, but oh well. Wait, that's why the kid was playing with it. It's so powerful. It all makes sense now. We have Storybook. What is Storybook? Crow and the Fox.
Once upon a time, there was a crow who found a tasty piece of cheese.
I don't like this. The Wolf and the Lamb. Bro, they're all like this. The blank and the blank. Wonders. We got wonders down here. The Temple of... What? Huh?
Temple of Artemis.
I don't even know what to say to that. Anyway, we got games on here. I think I've seen these games in the past. Wait, there's some new ones. Yo, Space Invaders. Stop being so loud. You can't give this to a kid. They're going to annoy the crap out of you all day. No, I'm done with that. In fact, I'm done with this whole phone. I will never get over that ABC song. That was ridiculous. Let's leave a review. Surprisingly, I did not find it very hard for kids to use. And I do think my son will find more to play with than just the flashlight. 3 stars. Up next, I got this phone from Foofy. Got a 1-star review here that mentions that they had to call the Floofy hotline just to get their phone working. We also got this very interesting one here. I didn't receive my items. I saw only empty bag in my mailbox. And sure enough, they post photos of the empty bag. So was their phone stolen? What happened here? Oh, and this one's my favorite. It's this person basically saying that they delivered to the wrong address, right? And then they proceed to provide their entire home address on a TikTok shop review. Most concerning one of all to me, though, is that we have this 1-star review that just says, IMEI number is invalid. But beyond anything else, the one thing that caught my attention with this phone was this crazy video that showed like this reflective back thing going on. How do you even describe this color? It looks insane. But let's go ahead and open the box up and make sure that I did indeed get that color. All right, phone is right on top here in a bag, and yeah, bad news, we got the gold phone. This is not the blue one. This is not the one I ordered. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Look at this like weird sticker they have for the cameras. I've never seen that before. To be fair, the back of the phone is still pretty cool looking. What do we got on the front? Notes, an emergency of low battery state caused smartphone to not able to power on. Please keep charger connected to device for at least 30 minutes before doing anything at all. Don't even touch the phone. All right, got that off of there. Let's take a quick look at the phone itself. First of all, it's a little weightier than I would expect. On the side, got a power button, 2 volume buttons. Bottom, we got our iPhone layout, you know, speaker, microphone situation with the USB-C in the middle. In the back, we have 2 very large looking cameras. Now, are they actually cameras? That one looks like a camera. That one I'm not so sure of. And then this just looks like a flash. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on and see if it works. How is this animation so low frame rate? Interesting, we don't even have like a setup screen or nothing. It just takes us right to an unlock screen. Oh my God, it's dropping so many frames just by pulling the drop-down menu down. Oh geez, why are these bouncing? Stop that. We got Chrome, but it's like the Samsung logo there. What, excuse me? I don't trust this Chrome. This thing has face unlock, but it's like an app? All right, it's gotta scan my face. Wait, that's it? There was no other additional setup or anything? Did that work? Jacob, I need you to unlock this phone with your face.
It does nothing.
It does nothing. Perfect. Oh, it unlocked for me. There we go. That's proof. It actually works. Anyway, let me go ahead and connect to the internet and make sure this phone is all up to date and stuff. Ooh, this phone supports our 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. That's incredible. What in the world was that? What is this phone doing? It's been checking my info for 20 years. Let's try again. I'm gonna open Play Store. That's all I did before. It's gonna ask me to sign in. Okay. Come on, phone. Do something. Oh my God, it actually popped up with a sign-in page. That is such a bad sign for the usability of this phone. Whew. Why do you have to be so loud? Wait, what? Google Play Store is stopped. Am I signed in or not? I guess I'll try again. Come on. Wait, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I can't open Google Play Store. I guess I can restart the phone. All right, is Google Play Store gonna open this time? Oh. Are we good?
Nope.
No. You gotta be kidding me. What are the chances there's a system update for this phone? All right, checking for updates, come on. It's up to date, okay. Last security update, 2022. I guess I can go to About Phone here. What does it think this phone is? Android 12 model phone. Very nice. Device name, phone. Okay, well, since I can't download or install any apps apparently, let's see if the camera works. Seeing a lot of lag there. Whoa. That's not even close to in sync. Taking a picture. Oh yeah, that zoomed in lens. Look at that. Look at the level of grain you're seeing. Let's try recording a video with this thing. Recording a video. There it goes. Oh my God, that is so much grain. Does this thing at least have YouTube and stuff? Okay, it does. It does. Good. So we can test out the speakers and, you know, the playback speed and all that. YouTube has stopped. I don't even know what to say. An Android phone you can buy in 2025, and it's so busted, you can't open any of the Google apps. Oh, it's kind of loading now. Come on. Load the search bar. Very nice. All right, we're going to try to play a video.
The first thing you need to know about fans is you gotta be sweaty.
What did she say? Also, we just dropped so many frames. What resolution are we at? 360p. Oh, no. Let's go 1440p and see if the phone explodes. Oh, Yep, there it goes. Will YouTube crash? Oh, green. There's no green in this video. Guys, what is even happening? This is the least functional Android phone I've seen on this channel. What? It's playing the video again. It's still really low resolution though. Here, I'm gonna try going portrait again. Oh. Oh my. Oh, there it goes. All right, close YouTube, close YouTube. The phone can't handle it. Well, anyway, since I can't install any apps, last thing I want to do here is check the IMEIs, because we had that one review that said that the IMEIs don't even work. I don't know. Let me go ahead and look them up. Well, the blacklist shows up as clean, so it must be all right, I think. And this one couldn't find the IMEI number. Okay. Maybe that guy was onto something. Oh no. Let's leave a review. This phone is so buggy that it can't even open the Play Store. Honestly, instead of having to deal with all this garbage, I kind of wish this phone was just stolen from my mailbox. 1 star. Up next, guys, as you can see, we have a real small phone. Looking at the listing, it should be a mini smartphone 1 box. Looking at the reviews, we have a 1-star one that says, could not get on Just Play because it says my phone is rooted, and it's not. Did someone hack into their phone? We'll never know. I think this is my favorite one, though. Crap is complete. In general, do not spend money. And then we have this one. It's a 1-star review. It says, terrible product, the screen is stuck, and they have a photo. It just shows a bunch of colors and a bunch of Chinese characters. What the heck happened here? Is this related to the other person who had the rooting issue? Or maybe it was hacked. Oh, we got a 5-star review for this one. It says, just like iPhone, 10 out of 10. Well, here's an iPhone, here's this phone. I think you can see the problem. I don't think it's just like an iPhone, but to each their own. Anyway, let's go ahead and open the box up. Now, we've seen quite a few phones like this in the past on the channel. In fact, as you can see, I have a bit of a collection here of phones that look very, very similar to this box. Maybe someday we'll own all of them, who knows? Taking the phone out of the bag, as you can see, it is indeed the tiniest phone ever. Take the screen protector off. I do like this color. It's like a brown grayish color. It's kind of nice. Let's go ahead and see if this phone turns on. It does. Welcome. I love this, this phone is so small but thick that it can easily stand up on its own. That's actually kind of a cool feature. SIM processor is what that says. I gotta zoom in my camera to read that. All right, there we go. What's it saying? Google Play Protect and wait. 15.5 gigs out of 16 gigs. I didn't install anything. What's going on here? Guys, this thing is so small. You can hardly use it. 83% battery, 1 hour and 40 minutes left. Oh no. Oh nope, storage says it has 11 gigs free. I clicked the wrong thing. Oh my gosh. But it does indeed have 16 gigs of storage. That is not a lot. What kind of version of Android are we looking at here? Updated to Android 8.1? I guess I can connect to internet real quick and see if it has any updates. Not surprisingly, this phone does not support 5 gigahertz. That's all right. Can it support my large thumbs? I feel like I'm gonna hit 5 keys at once. Gosh, I've already made a typo. All right, looks like we're connected now. And checking for updates, it says current version is the latest. Oh, wow. How old is Android 8.1? I see, it was released in December of 2017. Very cool, guys. Anyway, can this thing handle the Play Store? Wait, what? Google Play Store is stopped? Okay, I guess we'll open the app again. You gotta be kidding me. I guess this is what happens when you try to use Android from 2017. What is going on? It keeps stopping. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get Play Store to stay open, so I guess we can't install any apps. Great. I gotta say, looking at the home screen, now that we've gone past the Play Store, we're just gonna ignore that it can't work. It looks a lot like an iPhone. It's got all the iOS icons here. It's kind of nice. Let's just start with the camera. There you go. That's the picture quality we're working with here. Whew. It's honestly not as bad as you would think for a very cheap, very small phone. Look at that contacts. It's identical to the iPhone one. That's crazy. What is Face Lock? Is this like a Face ID thing? I guess it does have a front-facing camera. Oh, I gotta show my face. Hold on. All right, it's captured my face. That's kind of scary. Also, the phone is getting so warm to the touch. Okay, did that actually work? It's got a little, did you guys see that? It's got a little thing that pops up. Hold on. You unlock here, and then it's got to look for my face. Oh, that worked a little too fast. Let me try something. All right, Drayden, I need you to unlock another phone for me. Is it working?
No.
Oh, that's actually kind of impressive. Stop that. What are these other apps? We got Facebook and WhatsApp. Wow, Facebook is surprisingly opening. How about WhatsApp? Is that going to work? I guess so. Wow. Okay. And then we got SIM Toolkit down here. What does this do? Insert SIM to launch SIM Toolkit. Okay, it helps you set up your SIM card. I don't know, guys. I guess I'm just impressed that this phone can turn on at all without showing that crazy screen we saw. Let's go ahead and leave a review. Crap was not complete, as I was not able to get the Google Play Store to open, but it was just like iPhone. 2 stars. Okay, guys, up next I have a foofy phone. There are a handful of negative reviews on this one, though. Reviews are misleading. Aesthetically, the phone is great, but it has an Android system that's 20 years old. I think my favorite review though is this one I found earlier for 5 stars. At the very end they say, phone is laggy and is like a throwback. Like it's so laggy and slow that it's nostalgic for like an old phone they had in the past. That feels like a paid endorsement that they had to leave a 5-star review and it was so bad they didn't even know what to say. The real reason we bought this phone though is that Jacob was somehow able to catch a live stream where there was like a flash sale for this phone for like $30. Here's that happening.
It's completely GSM unlocked phone. The price is only $38.68. Thank you so much, Jacob.
I don't know what that music was at the end, but he said, thank you, Jacob, which is, I don't know. I just had to share that with you guys. All right, got the box opened up. We got the phone right here. We got the same text down here as like the other foofy phone we looked at. Is this literally the same phone? Who knows? Looking on the back of the phone, look at this camera layout. This is insane. Ooh, look at the back of the phone though. It's so shiny looking. That's an interesting texture. I'm very confused about this camera structure. Like, I'm pretty sure only one of these is a camera, right? Like, I don't know, there's something about that one that looks fake. But why is it gotta be so large? What is the purpose of this? Let's go ahead and turn it on and see if it works. All right, let's unlock the phone. Okay, this all looks fairly normal. There's no setup process or anything, of course not. The screen is like really dark. Like, I don't know, even on max brightness, it's just not that bright. See what kind of Android version we're looking at with this phone. Yes, very nice. Device name phone, model name phone. Anyway, we only have 32 gigs of storage in this thing. That's so little. Oh, Facebook just scared me. Anyway, let's go ahead and connect to Wi-Fi and see what happens. Ooh, it's got 5 gigahertz, very nice. So far, are we certain this isn't like literally the same phone as that other one we looked at earlier? I don't know. All right, we're connected to Wi-Fi. Let's see if we can sign into Google. All right, we are signed in. Will the Play Store actually open it or will it just crash? This is looking okay. Can I search for Stumble Guys? Wait, what? No, there's no Stumble Guys. What version does it think we're on? 10? How did I not even notice that earlier? How old is that? Oh, thank you. According to the AI overview, it came out on September 3rd, 2019. Very nice. Anyway, what else can I test on this phone? Does it have any system updates? Wait, where's like the system update thing? It's not in the About Phone section. What is happening with this phone? I don't know. Anyway, what can I even do with this? Camera. Wow, despite the camera being, you know, very, very large on the back, this looks... Get out of here. So blurry. How can this be so blurry? Does it not know how to focus? Hold on. No, I just think it always wants to look that blurry because like none of this is in focus. And the front camera is that is the worst thing ever. All right, let's do the YouTube test. Can I watch a YouTube video on this thing without it freaking out? Update your app. Okay. It's taking it 20 years to install YouTube. Come on now. It's all 32 gigs of its storage working as hard as they can. Oh, it's finally done. Oh my God. Please work. Why is it so dark? I didn't make it that dark. Ooh, that frame rate. I have it at 1080p now, and it's struggling. At least the Play Store didn't crash on this phone. Let's leave a review. This phone definitely was so laggy that it felt like a throwback. Thank you, Jacob, for making sure that we only wasted $30 on this piece of junk. 2 stars.
Amazon is the place to buy just about anything you want these days, but have you ever noticed they sell tons of cheap phones with really bad reviews? Well, I bought 4 of the cheapest used phones I could find on Amazon, and in this video, we're gonna put these 1-star reviews to the test and see if these phones deserve it. So here I have a renewed and unlocked TCL 30Z, but half the reviews say the phone actually was locked, and then Shibby here says, I must have missed something because this was a used piece of shit. So I'm excited to see what's inside. Oh, ooh. Doesn't excellent usually mean there's no scratches on the screen? This thing's got an abundance of scratches. What in the world, dude? Yeah, so excellent condition on Amazon says no screen scratches, which was just not true here. Now, in terms of the body's fine. I don't see anything wrong with the back. I mean, it's got some weird wear and tear on it, but I mean, it is a used phone. It's not gonna be perfect, but yeah, let's see if this thing turns on at all. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, first things first, this thing was already pre-set up. There was no setup process or anything, which is always a little bit sketch for Android phones where you have to, you know, usually put in your Google email, sign in, all that kind of stuff. This thing's already set up, so who knows what's been put on this phone. But let's go ahead and start by just seeing what apps are on this thing. So we got one weather, a bunch of Google stuff. We got this thing, My Sites thing. Let's see what that opens to. I think it's like a weather or a news kind of thing. Yeah, it's a track phone, My Sites. All right, let's start by getting to an internet connection here and see what happens then. Okay, well, not too surprising, but it only supports 2.4 gig Wi-Fi, not 5 gig Wi-Fi. So yeah, just something to note there, but we are connected. Let's go ahead and see if we can do anything on this phone now. And of course, now that it's downloading a system update, now that it has internet connection, it's probably gonna update a million other things too. Preparing for setup, what is going on, man? Please stop this stuff. I just wanna use this phone, please. Please stop. Android 12, 3000 milliamp hour capacity, Helio A22, yeah, so not great. 5 megapixel front, 8 megapixel back cameras, and 720 by 1560 display. So again, not surprising for the price of this phone, but let's temper our expectations here, I guess. But I guess speaking of the megapixels in this camera, let's go ahead and try the cameras out and see how these things function, see if they actually even work. We'll do a little selfie here first. Oh my gosh. Look at the colors there. It's just like so washed out, no detail at all. We'll try out the back cam now. Okay, that's a little better. I'll call that acceptable. I think we're ready to leave our review. Nothing really special about this phone, but it's definitely not excellent refurbished. Like there's scratches all over the screen. It's just not great. 3 stars. So here I have a TCL 50 LE that I paid about 45 bucks for. It's supposed to be Verizon locked and also renewed, so hopefully it's in good condition. Now the reviews, there's a 1-star review that says phone. It has no SIM card. Now I don't think it's supposed to come with one, so I don't know if that's a valid review, but you know, thanks Casey. And this one says, not what it says, trash. To be fair, those 2 reviews might just be from stupid buyers. So let's go ahead and see what's inside of this bad boy. Oh, that's a little weird looking phone. We have a flash, we have a small camera, and we have a giant lens here with just a giant ring around it. It looks like a CD there. That's strange. And then here on the front we have a screen protector or some kind of screen film that's just plopped on here for whatever reason. Let's go ahead and try to peel that off and see how this thing looks. And oh, that's oh, it's actually a nice screen there. And only wear and tear I see on the body here is just like little sticker residue, which is fine, I guess. But let's go ahead and see if this thing will boot up. Wait, actually, hold on. I just noticed there's some pretty bad nicks here on the bottom. Like the dents aren't that big of a deal, but it's kind of actually in an area where it kind of rubs in your hand if you're holding it here. But like I just don't get it. Why don't you move it down to good condition instead of excellent when you got stuff like that on here? I don't get it. But let's go ahead and see if this thing will finish booting up someday. Hello? This thing is insanely slow. Well, pressing play does nothing. And we got a Verizon logo. Okay, it is Verizon locked, so that makes sense there. Okay, so at least this phone has a welcome screen, so I don't have to, it's not already pre-set up for me, which is a little less sus than the last phone or the phone earlier. So let's go ahead and see if we can set this thing up and get to, yes, what is this? No way. This phone needs a SIM card to work? You're joking, right? I can't do anything without a SIM card? Wow, I haven't seen a phone like this in ages, but let's go ahead and see if I can find just a random dud SIM card to throw in this thing and see if it'll at least boot up. I can see why that one lady was complaining about no SIM card now, because she couldn't even boot the phone up without a SIM card, which seems a little absurd, but let's go ahead and see if this, yep, SIM card not from Verizon either. Cool. All right, guys, so to try to resolve this issue, I went down to my local Walmart, picked up this bring your own phone SIM toolkit here, and I was a little concerned at first because this seal was broken before I even opened it myself. But I opened it up and I transferred my Verizon eSIM from another phone to this SIM card. I put it in this phone and let's boot it up, and it appears to, yeah, it shows my phone number there, so it appears to actually be working. I haven't set it up yet, but that actually surprises me because I've tried this in the past and it just frankly did not work. All right, guys, let's go ahead and click next here, and hopefully I can actually set this phone up now and use it. Oh, hey, and this phone supports 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Hey, that's a nice little bonus there. Cool. What? Hold on. I have never seen this before. You have to select whether you're in Utah or another state because of the miner's requirements for internet content. All right, not sure if that's a new thing, but okay. Oh, hey, we got a fingerprint here. Okay, let's go ahead and set this thing up. Is it on the sensor on the side? Yes, indeed it is. It's on the power button here on the side. Okay. Oh no, here it is. Oh, dude. I thought we could have avoided by being on Verizon, but I guess, you know, like 3 of the phones I've tested in the last couple of months have had this stupid thing where it tries to download all these apps for you and you got to click through them and say no. And they're all unchecked here. Wait, there we go. All unchecked here, and it's still gonna download stuff for me because it just does that. As you can see, they're all unchecked, so it shouldn't download anything, but it still will. Just trust me. And I will say the brightness is like, it's not great. I mean, again, really not surprising for a phone that's, you know, 45 bucks and used. And guys, really the first thing I noticed on this phone when I started setting it up is the poor vibration on this. Let me just show you here. I don't know how to explain it without you actually feeling it in person, but sometimes these cheaper phones have a vibration that just like, it just doesn't feel right. You press and it's like the vibrations like overlap each other as you're clicking new buttons. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not a good vibration feel again, but it's really just an annoyance of mine. And oh, here we go, guys. Here we got all the games that are downloaded. Now, I'm actually not sure if the games showing here are the same games that I unchecked in that thing, but like, where did these games come from? We got Solitaire, Spades, Mahjong, Toy Blast. It just downloads all this stuff. I wonder if we can just delete these. Yeah, we can, but they just come pre-installed, which is of course annoying. But I will say one of the nice things is I'm booted into this phone and didn't even have to sign into Google, so we're not doing all the Google crap now. But let's go ahead and start by taking a photo here and see how this camera looks. I can't imagine it'll be very good, but we'll test it anyway and see what it does. Here in the selfie cam, actually, I think it looks better than the last one. Yeah, I mean, that's totally acceptable for a $45 phone. Let's go ahead and flip it around now. I mean, what I'm looking at here is like 5 feet away from me, and that's pretty rough looking, so yeah, not a huge fan of that. I also feel like everything I do on this phone is just ultra sluggish, like just going down the taskbar here. It just like, it's so slow. I guess we'll pull up one of these random games just to play it and make sure it actually runs properly. So we'll pull up the banger that is Candy Crush here and play around a little bit and hopefully don't get addicted to it in the meantime. But let's go ahead and see how this thing can run. Automatically caption media. What did I press that? Poor start here. Pressing play does nothing. I don't know if that's an app issue or the phone is just acting up again. Can I go home? Yeah, that works. Okay, maybe a different game. I've never played solitaire, so I don't know how to play, but yeah, it looks like it's working, which, I mean, it should. It's a game from, I don't know, this is like a game that should run on any phone ever, like on any Android phone ever, so I don't know, man. What in the heck? But guys, I think we've seen enough of this phone. Let's go ahead and leave our own review for it. Man, I really don't like this phone. And I mean, David gave it 1 star and said it's trash, which I 100% agree with, but I will say the condition of this phone seems fine, so I'll bump it up a star and say 2 stars. Yeah, so guys, that phone you just saw there, I just thought I had to make this segment here because I use this some more later, and I think it is legitimately the worst phone I have ever used in my entire life. It is so slow when I try to swipe down from the taskbar. I have to do it like 5 times. If I click on anything, it takes a good 3 seconds. When I swipe up and down, there's like a good half-second delay of just like swiping up and down through the apps, and it's just, I couldn't convey it in the video, but this thing is so bad. I've used a lot of bad phones. This is the worst. Do not buy this phone. Hey guys, here I have a TCL Flip 3 for Verizon. It's Amazon renewed, and while the phone itself actually doesn't have bad reviews, the seller has some questionable 1-star reviews. Let me explain. So the seller has a ton of these reviews that are actually X'd out and says, message from Amazon, this item was fulfilled by Amazon and we take responsibility for this fulfillment experience. But most of the reviews don't seem to lean toward it being an Amazon issue. But anyways, let me just show you some of these reviews here because they're a little rough. This one says, the phone was advertised as refurbished good, but arrived with a broken screen and heavy scratches. Amazon and the seller refused to deal with it in any reasonable way. Sounds about right. This one says, after 7 hours of phone calls to Amazon, Samsung, T-Mobile, Metro PCS, and 3 store visits to Metro PCS, we found out the effing phone could not be activated because it was blacklisted. Wow. And this one also says, phone is registered lost/stolen. So yeah, a little scary. Let's go ahead and see what's open inside of this thing though. Same kind of packaging. We've got yeah, sure enough, little bag. We got a SIM card removal tool as per usual. We have a USB, oh wow, a USB-C charger. Hold on, is this flip phone USB-C compatible? That's actually kind of sick. Also this little screen protector on the front, which is nice, helps us from getting too scratched up here. And sure enough, it is USB-C. Okay, this is actually a pretty slick looking flip phone here. It's going to take off the screen protector or screen film or whatever. And yeah, the front looks perfect. That's good to see. And inside, dude, this, oh, that stuff's so sticky. So, the screen protector was so tight there. I just felt like it might actually pull the screen off. But let's go ahead and see if this thing will turn on first. Hey, we got power. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, phone is booted up, but the screen brightness is pretty rough and the viewing angles are rough as well. Now, not too surprising for a $35 or $40 flip phone or whatever. Let's turn off phone activation. No, wait, no. I need a SIM card in it to turn on. You've got to be kidding me. All right, let me find a SIM card. I'll put it in and we'll come back. Well, guys, we'll try the SIM card from earlier and see if that works. I did already put it in, and let me just show you the back here because it's actually pretty nice. Being that it's a flip phone, you can just pull the back cover off, take the battery out, pop in a SIM card, pop in an SD card. You know, I kind of miss those days when you could pop stuff in the back instead of having to torch the glass off your screen to do anything. But guys, let's go ahead and turn this thing back on and hopefully it'll actually work now. Okay, it says SIM card's already been activated. Your phone number is blah. You will not be able to make phone calls or including emergency calls while setting up your phone. Okay, sure. Well, I think it's working. And I did all that just connect to Wi-Fi, which is whatever. But it looks like we only have 2.4 gig Wi-Fi, which is not surprising on a flip phone. But of course, oh man, we got to use our, what do you call this, T9 keys? Is that, I haven't been using these in so long that I forgot what they're called. We'll see if we can pull this out of my back pocket and remember how to do this. Okay, setup complete. Immediately got a bunch of notifications here, but let's go ahead and scroll around and see what's on this phone. And at first glance, it's, you know, it's not bad at all. It looks like just a standard flip phone. Got your store, internet, news, contacts, call log, all the standard stuff that you really need on a flip phone, including the weather app. Let's go ahead and see how that works. What is this? First thing I see is an ad. Interesting. And now I got to type in a city name. Not going to do that because I don't want to type anymore on this thing. All right, so that works. Try the camera now. Next up, do we have a front-facing camera? I don't think so. Interesting. I guess you can just do the little flip-de-do right here and take a photo maybe. Okay, there's a screen. That works. Let me see. Can I take a photo this way? Okay, volume buttons don't do anything, and there's no camera button as far as I can tell on the outside of this thing. So that's kind of a missed opportunity to use this as your selfie cam, but all right. I guess I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, what a classic sound right there. Yeah, kind of what I expect for a flip phone, so that's acceptable. Oh, we got games? Hold up. We got games. We got Gyms, Birdie, 2048, Whack-A-Mole, and Guardian. See, these are games that I feel like are acceptable to come pre-installed on a phone. Like, they're just very basic games that are kind of just to pass the time, which I guess, if you think about it, the other ones are as well, but they feel more bloatware because they're just like abundant. There's like 10 of them. They're just random games you don't want, but I don't know. I feel like having 2048 on your flip phone is perfectly fine and normal, but maybe you feel differently. Let's try this out. And yeah, there's another ad that just comes up right in front of it. I gotta press dismiss instead of go. Okay, that's a little trippy, but all right. Yeah, it works. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I was on Google Maps trying to type in China or say China to it, and it's gone. Hey, there we go. No reviews of China. That's such a goofy thing to see on Google Maps. But anyways, that works. Even got YouTube. Yo, that's hype. YouTube on the flip phone? Hold up. Okay, it looks like a browser, basically. That's, yeah, all right. Smokin Silicon. Smoke and Silicon. All right, sure. Yep, that's definitely what I said. Where are the videos? Oh, there we go. Scroll, scroll. Let's go. Hype. Okay, can I, oh man, I'm gonna lose half the video before I get to my full screen button. There we go. Yo, it works. Honestly, it's less sluggish than a lot of smartphones I use. I gotta say, man, this flip phone, it's impressing me for a flip phone. So I don't know, man, I'll take it. Totally fine for 32 bucks or whatever I paid for it. I'm still not sure what this button on the front does. Looks like it's probably a shortcut for calling, but I haven't set it up yet, so I guess it's just not working. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and leave a review for this phone. Honestly, not sure what was up with those seller reviews because this phone is perfectly fine and in great condition. Now, I am gonna take a star off because you have to have a SIM card to even boot this phone, but guys, I'm gonna go 4 stars here. So guys, here I have an Alcatel Go Flip for about 40 bucks, and the review's a little rough. This one says, not the greatest phone. Sometimes the number keys just don't work. This one says, waste of money, won't charge, definitely turn on. Huh? Complete waste of money. But all right, let's just open it up and see what's inside of this thing, man. A flip phone in 2025 just seems wrong, but yeah, we'll see what it has in store for us. Okay, and yeah, that's a flip phone, and it has a track phone logo on it, so hopefully it's actually unlocked. It's supposed to be unlocked and renewed. So let's see how renewed and unlocked this thing is. So that's interesting. Has this thing been used at all? Hold on. We have a little sticker on the top, which is kind of nice. Also a sticker on the inside. Press and hold to power on there. Okay. The screen has clearly been wiped down, which is that's fine. I don't see any scratches or anything, which is a good sign. Let's go ahead and try to turn this thing on and see if we have any power. And that would be a no. So let's try to charge it up. So guys, phone is charged up some and booted up. Let's go ahead and try to set this thing up. Looks like we only have 2.4 gig Wi-Fi, which is not surprising on a flip phone here. Hey, and booted right in. That's kind of nice now that, ooh, man, the viewing angles on this thing are horrible. Like, you got to have it at the perfect angle. Actually, even like 2 degrees off of the perfect angle here gets really bad. Like, look at that. Oh, man. But anyways, got a nice little background there. Let's go ahead and check out our apps. What's on here? We got call log, store, camera, all that kind of standard stuff for KaiOS. Now, unlike the last one, I don't see any pre-downloaded games, which is fine, whatever. There's probably some in the store we can download, but I don't want any right now. Let's go ahead and first start by checking out the camera here, which appears on this phone as well. We don't have a front-facing camera. Looks like we just have the back-facing camera, and I wonder if I can... Oh, I should probably peel this thing off. There it goes. All right, so I wonder if we can use this front-facing camera as our screen for taking a photo. Let's go ahead and try that out. There is a camera button on this phone. It doesn't seem to work, though. I'm pressing it, I'm holding it. It's just doing nothing. That's great. Oh, it opens it up inside of the phone. Whatever, man. Let's take another photo. Yep, that's about what I expect for a flip phone. Man, these viewing angles, oh. They're so rough, I can't even use this phone hardly. And I mean, this phone was $39, so it was a little more expensive than the last flip phone, and it's definitely worse so far. There's no YouTube on here. I don't know if is there internet? Where's the internet browser? There it is, browser. Let's go ahead and pull this up and see if we can do anything on this thing. Can we search for YouTube maybe? Also, yeah, it took me straight to a track phone website. Hold on, I wonder, it's supposed to be unlocked here. I wonder if I can pop in a Verizon SIM card if that'll work. Let's try that out. Holy crap, the back won't come off. It's got a little tab there, just like most flip phones, but it will not pry off. Holy crap, finally came off here, all right. Pop this SIM card in and see what happens. Let me see if I can turn off Wi-Fi and verify we do have service on Verizon here. You can barely see it, but it does say 4G LTE up there, so let's go ahead and try to search on our internet browser and just, actually, we're gonna make a phone call. Let's try that. Let's make a phone call and see what happens. Hello? Hello? That works. Cool. Yeah, so not sure if it's fully unlocked, but at least a Verizon SIM works in a track phone, which is not, typically a track phone will only work with track phone SIMs, I believe, even though Verizon owns track phone. It's a sticky situation, but guys, let's go ahead and leave our review for this. So I don't think the reviews were accurate on this phone, but the phone is pretty bad. I mean, if you want a flip phone, just buy the TCL Flip 3, man. No problem with the seller though, and the phone seems to be either brand new or fully renewed, so I'll give them a bump up for that. Let's go 3 stars. eBay is the place to buy all kinds of both cheap and expensive phones, but unfortunately, eBay also has a ton of sellers with really bad feedback. So in this video, I bought used iPhones from some of eBay's worst sellers to see if they're actually that bad. Now here I have 2 iPhones I paid $5.99 for, but the seller has quite the history with selling phones. Let me show you. You see, he's got feedback like, beware, rude seller, treated me as a liar. Another feedback said, touchscreen on item did not work, item covered in tape glue, shipping was slow. And last but not least, horrible. So let's open this up and see what's inside. Okay, so phone on the left did actually boot up, at least I thought it did. Yeah, there it is. But I want to hop into the about and see what iPhone version we're on here. It says, let's see, we got 16 gigs, I believe here, 7.12, honestly a little bit newer than I expected for an iPhone 4. And as we're scrolling through here, I notice there's maybe a tiny bit of yellowing at the bottom, which is honestly fairly typical for an old iPhone at this point, but it's very subtle, not too bad there. Let's go ahead and see what's on this phone though. It looks like pretty standard stuff. We got some extras here like contacts, calculator, compass, and yeah, for the most part, it looks like pretty normal stuff. Let's go ahead and hop into the settings here, go back to our storage and see if there's anything saved. So no songs, videos, photos, anything like that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, nothing to really write home about with this phone so far because it's working just fine. Let's go ahead and boot up the camera and make sure that works and see how a phone from, a decade or so ago looks now here in 2025. Yeah, I mean, that's not good, but it's better than like half the phones I use here on the channel. So like, in terms of my standards, that's pretty solid. Let's go ahead and flip this thing around though, see how it looks from the back. Yeah, again, pretty solid. So yeah, pretty pleased with this first phone, working perfectly fine. But guys, this second phone here is charging up, and yeah, we'll come back in a few minutes. Okay guys, well I've had this phone plugged in for a good hour, 2 hours at this point, and it's still showing the boot up screen, which is not ideal. Also, didn't really notice this earlier, but there's a giant crack in the top left corner, which again, these phones were $6, so not a huge deal, but I thought this phone would boot up. Now I will say the description was a little bit strange in this listing. Let me just show you real quick. So the description says one has a charge and starts up, the other needs at least a charge or more, no charger included, all caps with like 8 exclamation marks. And the phones were listed for parts, so one phone working, one phone not working, I think is fair. But guys, I think we're ready to leave some feedback. Really, all I can say is for $5.99, I can't complain too much. Positive feedback. Now here I paid $10 for a working iPhone 4, but the packaging is a little bit suspect, which kind of matches up with the seller feedback. Let me show you. Got this one here that says packaging was non-existent, screen was broken, had to send back for refund. This one says laptop with burned motherboard, completely disassembled without screws, broken legs. How can it be sold with untested description? This one also hits home. It says extremely packed, very poorly. The box was torn to pieces and there was hardly any bubble wrap around the typewriter. And last but not least, straight to the point, this one says the item was broke, in bad condition. So guys, let's open this thing up and see what's inside. Okay, to be fair, there is quite a bit of paper around this one phone here. Okay, wow, and it's wrapped up as well. WMHL, I don't know what that's for. And yeah, I mean, outside looked pretty weird, but honestly, very good packaging on the inside, and we have a decent looking iPhone 4. I mean, it was $10, and it doesn't look too bad for how old this is. Got some scratches and scuffs and whatever. Let's go ahead and see if it turns on, though. And no surprise there, it does not. So we'll charge it up and then come back. All right, guys, phone's been charging up for a while, and I think it turned on here. There it is. Cool. So we got plenty of charge here. Let's go ahead and swipe, and nice. There is no lock code, which is good to see. And turn up the brightness. The first thing I want to check, of course, is if we have any yellowing on the screen. And honestly, the screen looks pretty dang good there. Let's go ahead and check out our general and see what software version we're on this phone. Okay, so 7.1.2. It is an AT&T phone. I guess that means it's locked on AT&T. I don't know if it said that in the description. Let me check. Okay, it did not say that there, but to be fair, it's an iPhone 4. LTE is not even compatible on this thing, so like it frankly does not matter what the carrier is at this point. And I should also mention some other strange stuff they say in the description, like the fact that this may include components that are untested, incomplete, or non-functional. While we do our best to describe each item accurately, we cannot guarantee the performance or compatibility of every part. So it's one of those things where like, why are we calling it used in the eBay item where it's like used and working, but then the description says as is, it might be untested. Like, what is going on here, man? And another strange thing I just looked at and remembered is I paid $15 in shipping for this iPhone here. Guys, $15? If you know anything about shipping, you can ship this via Ground Advantage with USPS for $5. Come on now. Well, here's something. I don't think the home button is working. It's not horrible, but it's a little bit crunchy, and you can see, actually, that's because the back of the case is making a little bit of a noise, which tells me I think the back is probably going to start expanding soon if it hasn't already because of probably a bloating battery, so that's a little bit tragic. But let me go ahead and see if I can get this phone back on. Yeah, home button is definitely not working. That's not great. I think I have to turn on the accessibility settings and put an iPhone home button on screen. Oh, hold on, I pressed it enough times and it finally worked. Maybe. You know what, here's the thing, I think you gotta press it against the table, pin it down, like the bad phone it's been. Huh? There we go. Gotta pin that phone down, boy. That was weird. Okay, let's, back to the camera here. Okay, so front is fine, but the back, I think, has some cracks or scratches or something because it's super blurry. I guess it's not horrible, but also I don't think it should look quite like that. And yeah, home button is driving me up the wall. There it goes. Dude, I'm done with this thing. All right, so I think we're ready to leave some feedback. So the phone wasn't horrible, but not telling me about a non-working home button on an iPhone is that's just straight up wrong. And $15 for shipping here, that's wrong as well. So man, I hate to do it, but I'm going negative feedback here. Now here I have an iPhone 12 Pro that I paid $200 for from eBay. Now the seller themselves did not have very bad feedback, but the listing was interesting. Let me just show you the photos. So yeah, as you can see here, the phone has clearly not been factory reset. Now I'm not sure if that's how it got shipped to me or not. I guess we'll find out here in a second. And also, take a look at this package, guys. What do you notice that's strange here? And yep, you're right, the shipping tape here is not actually shipping tape, it's just a bunch of Scotch tape that was kind of like bandaged together, which is honestly the first time I've ever seen this. It's just I thought that was interesting and I'm surprised it actually made it here, but let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what's inside. Oh wait, No way. I just realized there's no packing in here at all either. There's one piece of paper and the iPhone 12 is just bouncing around. Wow, that's, oof. That is not good. Now, at first glance, I don't think it took too much damage. It's got definitely some scratches on the bottom. Those could have been there in the photos, but it was kind of hard to tell because there weren't, well, I think all the photos had the screen turned on, so you couldn't see the scratches down here, but those are pretty gnarly. Not horrible, but not great either. And then here on the back, it looks fine, I'd say. Clearly looks like an iPhone 12 Pro, and yeah, the rest of it looks, yeah, it looks fine. It's not like cleaned up or anything, but it's got a lot of cardboard dust and crap on it. Let's go ahead and see if it turns on though. And, oh, guess not. So that's yet another phone we gotta charge. So I'll charge it up and I'll come back. All right, guys, so phone's been charged up for a while, and it looks like this thing actually is factory reset, so maybe the photos he took for the listing were before he factory reset, and maybe it was his personal phone, and as soon as he sold it, he went and got another phone. I don't know, but let me set this thing up, and I'll come back. All right, guys, got this phone booted up, and it looks fine so far. Of course, we'll start with the brightness, make sure that's working good, and I gotta say, the more I look at it, the more disappointed I am with the scratches at the bottom. Like, they're fine, but it definitely was not conveyed in the listing, so that's a little bit disappointing. And guys, I actually went back to the eBay listing and looked at the description, and sure enough, it does note that there are scratches at the bottom, and it says they are very minor. There's actually a photo of them, and in the photo, you literally cannot see scratches at all. Like, you can see a couple very, very minor scratches. So if they actually match up with the photo, that'd be correct, but like, as you can see here, those scratches are pretty deep there. I would not consider that minor. But I want to start by just doing a normal speed test over Wi-Fi here and make sure that functionality is working. Cool, yeah, that seems to be fine. So next up, let's go back to our settings, and I want to check out our About tab and see some more details about this phone. So we're on 17.7, iPhone 12 Pro, that matches up. Got 128 gigs. It should be locked to AT&T, I believe. Yeah, it says carrier AT&T down here, SIM locked right here. Unfortunately, I do not have an AT&T SIM card to test on this thing, so we'll just have to take the iPhone's word for it, which I'm sure is correct, and it's AT&T here, but definitely not unlocked. Let's go ahead and hop into our battery page next up. Okay, so got our battery here. I'm very curious how much the, 80%. Okay, so that's fine, I guess. For 200 bucks though, a little steep for 80% battery capacity, and then all the scratches on the bottom. We'll see if there's any other details here. I guess it won't give me a cycle count on a phone this old. Also, I don't see any details about whether any third-party parts have been swapped in, so that's at least good to see that it's all OEM parts as far as I'm aware. Now, of course, test out the cameras here and make sure these things are working. So there's our selfie. Flip that bad boy around. And as you can see, back camera, front camera, they both look fine. So those are good to go. But anyways, guys, this phone will be listed on my website down below, jarrobgaming.com. You can click the link or scan the QR code on the screen, but I think we're ready to leave our feedback on this phone. Overall, this phone is fine, but honestly, the scratches were a little more intense than I expected from the listing. So just because of that, I'm gonna have to go neutral feedback here. Now guys, next I bought an iPhone 15 Plus for $500 from eBay, and this one's good. Just listen closely here. So the title says Apple iPhone 15 Plus, 128GB, blue, unlocked, and has the TikTok app. And so yes, they were trying to sell this for a premium because it has a TikTok app. And look at the photo here. Like, just no words needed. Is that a towel bar in the background? What is this? Is this a photo taken in the bathroom? What is going on here? But anyways, long story short, this seller never sent me anything. I got a refund like an entire month later. And then I went and tried to buy another iPhone here, which is just this one's even better. So this one, the title says iPhone with TikTok, $500 again. The seller has no feedback, and the one photo here is literally just a screenshot of the iPhone, with a bunch of apps here. And you can see TikTok, you can see Mail, you can see X, you can see some games, Facebook, whatever. But again, this seller also did not ever ship the item to me, and I messaged both of them multiple times, never heard anything back. So I'm not sure what happened, but they fully ghosted me. The whole TikTok $500 thing is just really strange, and a very obvious negative feedback from both these sellers because they just not good. But now here I did actually get a package from eBay. I bought an iPhone 16e for about $500. It's supposed to be open box, so basically in mint condition. So I expect high quality here, but we'll find out. And I'm a little concerned because of course the feedback is bad. Let me show you. This one's funny, but also really bad. It says, I only received an empty box when I ordered it. I asked for a refund. Until date, I have not gotten it. It's been almost 2 weeks. Seller's not responding to me either. Now, it's really bad. So hopefully there's something actually inside of this thing. And now here we have some feedback that's actually very relevant to what we bought and also pretty concerning. It says, the message displayed under battery health and charging stated, important battery message, your battery's health is significantly degraded. Maximum capacity 69%. Nice. That does not constitute a phone listed as in good condition, which I would agree with. And this one here is very relevant, extremely relevant, I should say, to the package here. It says, item not as described, has scratches and damages on the sides as well as gel residue on the back. Definitely not in mint condition. You can see that the listing here they bought from is an open box phone. So that's exactly what we bought here as well. So let's go ahead and see what's inside of this little FedEx envelope here. Wait a second. We have a warranty card here, which, whatever. We have a charging cable, which looks like the right thing as well, which is good to see. But there's no actual iPhone 16e box. There's just the phone here. And like in my experience, open box means it comes with the box. It was used maybe like once or maybe taken out of the box and not actually used or whatever, but it should come with the box, right? Okay, we'll gloss over that for a second, maybe revisit that fact in here in a little bit. But let's take a look at this phone. And at first glance, the back looks really good. We got a white matte back. I don't see really any scratches at all. Here in the front, the screen looks great as well. If anything, there's a couple little micro scratches. Let's take a look at the sides here, see if there's any scratches. And no, they seem to look fine as well. All right, let's go ahead and turn this thing on and see what it does. All right, guys, finally set up here, and so far, so good. I want to go ahead and turn the brightness up first, make sure that works. You can see, there we go, that looks fine. But yeah, I want to hop into the settings here, see what kind of version we're on, all that kind of stuff first. So we got an iPhone 16e, 18.5, which sounds reasonable. I also have a warranty going until May 22nd, 2026, which I guess adds up and means that somebody didn't use this phone very long if they used it at all, which leads me to my next question. I wonder what the battery looks like now. So you hop into battery. I'm really hoping it's 100% because, like, why would it not be? What is this? Oh, okay, that's just battery usage down there. And it is 100%. What? Wait a second. Wow. Cycle count 1. This phone was seriously taken out of the box. I guess charged up one time and that was it. Let's go ahead and hop into the cameras here and make sure those work. Yeah, as you can see, that looks fine. That looks fine as well. Cool. So that works. Okay, also they called this thing unlocked and it says no SIM restrictions, so that seems to match up there. Let's go ahead and try to transfer my eSIM here and just verify that. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Just transferred my eSIM for Verizon from my personal phone to this phone here, and it should work now. Let me go ahead and turn off Wi-Fi, and then we'll go ahead and do a little speed test. Okay, here we go. After a few minutes, it finally showed up with 5G, and there it works. Cool. So this phone is perfectly fine. Still, again, a little weird that the box is not here, but let's go ahead and leave our review. I still think calling a device open box without it actually including a box is a little strange, but overall, the phone was great. Positive feedback.
Everyone knows that in this day and age, every kid over the age of about 6 months old definitely needs a cell phone.
Are you sure about that?
Well, in this video, I bought 4 of the cheapest kids phones we could find on Temu to see exactly what kind of nonsense kids these days will have to deal with. This bad boy was a whole $30, and sure enough, it's just another one of these. So here is my collection of other ominous black boxes we've gotten in the past, but they're basically these like little mini iPhone things. Let's see, let's go ahead and take the phone out. Sure enough, it is another one of these very, very, very tiny phones. Let's go ahead and take the screen protector off. Oh no! Now what's interesting about these phones, guys, is that we originally bought them because they all had really terrible reviews for kids phones, but it turns out all 4 devices are so bad that all 4 listings have been taken down by Temu. All right, enough messing around. Let's go ahead and hold the power button and see if this thing boots up. Oh, there it goes, welcome. We have seen so many phones in the past with this welcome boot up screen, guys. And just like that, we are on an Android lock screen. And yeah, despite the tiny size, this thing really does run Android. But hey, look, you have all of the apps, Facebook, and SIM Toolkit, everyone's favorite. Face Lock is an app. Oh, all right, I just scanned my face. All right, let's lock the phone, see if that worked. I'm gonna look at the screen. Oh, it did it, incredible. Anyway, I was gonna show you guys what kind of Android version we got here. Usually these run like, I don't know, 5.0. Oh, this one's super advanced. 8.1. It's also got 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of ROM. That's your storage. For a kid, this might not be the worst thing in the world for just, basic functions like taking pictures and stuff. My only fear here is you're gonna be tempted to sign into Google and go into the Play Store here, and I do not trust that the Chinese company that definitely made this is not doing something super sketchy with that info. That's all I gotta say about that. What happens if you open Facebook here? What does this do? Oh, it doesn't work. Okay. I'm currently offline. Oh no. How about WhatsApp? Is this gonna do anything? The date's inaccurate. Okay. I mean, both those looked fairly legit, surprisingly. So do Facebook and WhatsApp still work on Android 8? They might, I don't know. All right, we gotta try out the camera. Oh man, yeah, it's a bad camera. $30 though, I mean, it's a photo, it works. Here's what it looks like all the way zoomed in. It's perfect. Let's try out the face cam. Why did it make my eyes look like that? They're like reptilian or something. I don't like that. Ooh. It's not the worst kid's phone in the world, but the one I have up next very well might be. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a phone, but the outside of the box just says children's digital camera. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a cable. We have like a little strap. That's kind of cool. But sure enough, it's a camera, I'm pretty sure. Oh my God. I turned it on. Here it goes. Oh. It doesn't make any sense. Why do kids' devices have the most annoying sounds? Kids are the ones most likely to make the sound to annoy you. The volume. Okay, I was looking through the settings here. Good. No, take me back. No, I need to turn this beeping off, please. Oh, perfect. 1. You can't just turn it off? We can change the image quality from 18M to 10M. Oh, my bad. All the way down to 1M. You have 48M. Oh, baby. Yeah, let's do that. All right, you use this to take photos for sure. Yep. Yep, there it goes. All right, let's see how this is as an actual camera. First problem I see, we don't have an SD card in here. And then up here in the right, it just says 44. Does that mean I can take 44 photos and that's it? Let's find out. Interesting. Yep, there they are. The quality is just, how much did we pay for this? $16? This is bad. It's real bad, guys. All right, I tried a little selfie. That's how that came out. All right, we can take videos on this. Let's go ahead and give that a try. Ooh, 1080p, that's high quality. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Prompt no card. It didn't record my video. Oh my God, I'm so upset. So you can't record video if you don't have an SD card in there. That sucks. All right, we got music on here. Is it gonna play anything? There's nothing here. How about games? Do we have any games? Oh, we have, yeah, Brick Breaker. Yeah, let's go. I mean, you know what? It's actually, it's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as you might think. What is this, like a maze? Someone spent exactly 32 minutes programming this. Oh boy. Why does it have to beep every frame that you move? I hate it.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, we got plane game. Oh, heck yeah. It's a left to right shoot 'em up. Oh my God. How is the frame rate so low? It's drawing too many sprites. It can't handle it. It's gonna blow up. No! Oh, we got block puzzle. This should be Tetris. I wish it wasn't beeping at me so much, but yeah, it is Tetris. It is working. But yeah, honestly, I was hoping this was a phone. This is more of like a glorified Apple Watch just kind of put into a camera. It's not even that good at being a camera. The best feature of this device is the cool dinosaur thing on the front. But yeah, guys, I'd say that's a pretty bad kid's phone. It's not even a phone. It can't possibly get any worse, right? Oh, you don't know anything. We have so many more devices to go through. Okay guys, up next I have this thing, Kids Toys Smartphone. Ages 3 and up. I'm sorry, 6-month-olds, you'll have to wait your turn for this one. All right guys, what color do you think we got? I'm hoping for the pink, personally. Oh, we got blue. No! All right, sliding the device out. Is it already on? No, that's just like a screen protector that has some text on it. Okay. This case is insane. It is so large. I could drop this off a bridge and it would probably survive. Oh, that sounded not good, actually. I think I have to take the case off to like turn it on. Hold on. Oh, here it is. That's, if I just covered up this part, I don't, that doesn't look like a dog boat anymore. Whatever, let's take that off. Now this phone was $14, so we're getting cheaper and cheaper as we go, and I gotta say, I'm impressed we're getting like a UI at all. Look at this, I can set the time and date and stuff. How fancy. Let's see if I like swipe up here, does it unlock? Yep, and you get this, oh, look at that animation. Whoa, what was that? Oh, it just like cycles through a bunch of different animations as you like swipe through the apps. That is super goofy, but I kind of like it. Also, I took the screen protector off, but there's another screen protector underneath it that feels terrible. I guess I can try to take that one off too, hold on. Yeah, it feels like a little better. It's just like a normal plastic now instead of feeling unusable. And we have this thing down here. We could take this little port cover off. And we have USB-C, this is our SD card, and a headphone jack. Bro, the iPhone 17 don't got a headphone jack. That's incredible. All right, let's put our protective cover back on. Heck yeah, now this is a device. All right, let's start messing around with what we got here. Sure, let's start with the camera. Oh, God. Yep, that is one of the worst cameras I've ever seen. I don't think I can zoom on this. Oh, man. What is it doing? Is it frozen? Oh, it was stuck. Hold on, let's click this, and then I can see my image. Okay. Oh, it does support zoom. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is what this is supposed to be. That's what this is supposed to look like. Oh my God. Now we have a front-facing camera on here, so let's go ahead and try that one out. It's so red. All right, let's try out DV. What is DV? The video.
Hello, welcome to episode 1 of I Have a Dog Bone Phone, and I'm going to make myself YouTube famous. You're going to like and subscribe or else.
Yeah, it's really bad. The speakers are terrible. That did work though. What the? How did I get here? If a kid gets here, they might start crying. What is this? But like, why? Why are they even allow you to explore here? I guess that's a cool feature. Is that actually an, yeah, my files, and you can, what? Opening audio, do we have any song? We do? That's enough. I feel, that's awful. There's actually 10 songs on this device, surprisingly. My brain is fried. You get a calculator? Ooh, fancy. You get a clock to annoy your parents with every morning? Amazing. You get games on your phone, incredible. Ninja Jump, sure, let's try that. Oh, this has like an actual title screen? Okay, this is it. You just jump. Yep. Oh, I hit the speed up button. Oh God, stop, please stop, please stop. Someone stop him. Anyway, that's a game. We have jump flip. Is this different somehow? What? What did I do? Oh, yes. You know, I gotta say, this is almost fun. That's impressive for these kind of kids phone games. I'm not gonna lie. Is it as good as a leapfrog? I don't think so. All right, what else we got on here? We got story.
He always wanted to wear the most fashionable and expensive outfits.
You get 10 of whatever that was. The Fox's clever plan. The Warhorse and the Mill? Yeah, let's hear this one.
They had grown accustomed to turning the mill for so long that they had forgotten how to fight. The king lost the battle.
Everyone died. The end.
Those had to be AI generated, right? Those have to be. Habits? Habit tracker. Oh, you set a reminder for yourself to wake up and brush your teeth and eat. I mean, it is easy to make fun of this, but I almost could see this being useful to a kid. Feeling like they're accomplishing something, you know? Country. This is literally just like, okay, you just pick a country and it shows you a big building.
Turkey. Hagia Sophia.
They didn't have to include that feature. No, I don't like that one.
Sydney Opera House.
We got ABC. Funny ABC. Oh.
A. Alpaca.
Oh, God.
Bear.
That's a real bear. Anyway, that's all the features I could find on this phone. You know what? For 15 bucks, basically, it's not that bad. I saved the best for last. This bad boy right here is the Y phone, and yeah, it looks like an iPhone, and it was $6 whole. All right, now sliding it out, we got our. Who is this? What is this creature? I'm immediately confused. This isn't like a thing that peels off. This is just like the back of the phone. And yep, here's the front of it. Here we go. It's an iPhone. I see nothing wrong here. This is definitely a screen protector, right? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, there we go. Oh, much better, much better. All right, let's hold the power button. It doesn't push down. Like actually though, how do I do anything with this? Oh, on the bottom of the device is a power switch. That would help. This thing is USB-C charging. All right, more advanced than the iPhone 14. It vibrated when it did that too. What the heck?
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes, I would like to report a murder of my own brain. This phone, it's gone. It's gone. They did it. What does piano do? Okay, now what?
Red.
What is that?
Red.
Red? Oh, I guess because the square's red.
Yellow. Purple. Here. Apple. Banana. Carambola.
What?
Carambola. Carambola.
Kevin Butler?
Carambola.
But you know, to give this phone some credit, it's easy to hate on, but here's like an actual iPhone 5. It's actually an SE, but whatever. It's like the same shape. It is actually a one-to-one model. Like everything's in the same spot and the dimensions are identical.
Amazon is full of cheap tech made for kids, but some of them have 1-star reviews so bad, I had to see if they were actually real. So in this video, we'll test some of the worst rated phones and tablets for kids to see if they're worth buying or if they're just lawsuits waiting to happen. So here I have a smartphone from Mozilla that I paid like 50 bucks for, which seems pretty steep, but the review from Jason here is probably the worst thing I've ever seen, where he says he bought this as a Santa gift for his daughter, and within an hour of having it, she found a picture of a man, as you can see in the photo. I mean, that is outrageous. But let's go ahead and see what's inside of this box and see what happens. Now, it's in a pretty thin box, so you think the phone is kind of small, and actually, that's a decent size. That's not bad at all. It looks kind of like a, you know, an iPhone 4, iPhone 3 kind of deal in terms of size here. And in this box, we got a USB-C charger and stuff. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at this phone, which comes with a case. It actually looks like an iPhone on the back with the 2 cameras. Let's go ahead and turn it on and just see what happens. Guess we ought to take the screen protector off as well. Hopefully the screen doesn't fall off because it's apparently glued on, as Zach said. Now, booting up here, it said we were in this software called PlaySmart, and the first thing I see is this thing called Buddy, which just sounds really sketch after I saw a review saying there was a man's photo on here, just like Buddy, man, just like a man's photo on a kid's phone is just, that's just blasphemy. But booted up to the home screen, honestly, the screen brightness and like the viewing angles are not bad at all at first glance. Like, look at that, Okay, I'm impressed. Now, it should be a touchscreen, and indeed it is. Okay, we got some apps here like Story, Art and Craft, Camera, Gallery, Music, Video, Calculator, First Learning, Brain Training, STEM, Montessori, iDraw, and Flashlight. So a bunch of like standard stuff, and honestly seem like pretty solid apps for a kid. Now, very curious, of course, about the video and gallery to see if we see any photos of a man. But let's go ahead and start with something simple. Like at the top, we got Story. Let's see what that pulls up. And we've got ant, bee, butterfly, dung beetle, and mantis. Let's see, I would assume it pulls up a story. Not sure if it's like a video or maybe... Holy crap. That is a way to guarantee your child gets his death by the age of 2, man. That is... Wow, that was loud.
Having a slender body, raising 2 hands with its 2 bulging eyes open.
Yep, okay. I mean, it's a kid's story. You know, I feel like that's something you could give your kid and let them get some educational learning rather than the standard like iPad kid crap where they're like drooling all over the games and stuff, you know. We'll see if this button at the bottom is a button though. Does that go home? Oh, it does, okay. Now, what is this back button over here? That, log out. What am I logging out of? Oh, it just takes me back to this pre-made profile that I logged out of. There's also a little button in the corner, I guess, for parent password. Okay. Default is 4 zeros. Let's see what this pulls up here. Oh, interesting. So they have some like parental controls built into this thing by default. So you get applications, media content, whitelist, accounts, time limit, that sort of thing. Let's see if there's any other applications we can add here or if they're all enabled by default. Okay, so we can add some additional stuff here like calculator, calendar, camera, got clock, engineer mode. Yeah, I definitely want my kid using my engineering mode. What is this? Imaging test? Maging test? What? I feel like there's some letters missing there, but whatever. But anyways, I'm not gonna dive too deep into that, but that's kind of neat. Let's go back into our profile here though and see what else is on it. So we got some music. Wonder if there's any music by default. There are. We got 40 songs. We got Wake Up, Wake Sunrise, Wake Forest. Seems like honestly just a bunch of like white noise kind of stuff, like stuff that put you to sleep. But let's go ahead and check out our camera next up. Kind of curious what this will look like. We have a front camera actually and a back camera, which is not bad for a kid's phone. Let's go ahead and what is this? Get some additional features, but we'll just click on camera. Nice little interface, I guess. We'll start with the back camera here, which like, let me take a good photo here. Okay, so there you go. You can see my blanket and my step stool on the wall, and there's honestly for a kid's phone, not bad. Now I should remember this is $50, so it's not super cheap. Let's try the back camera now, or the front camera, excuse me. Gotta look like an iPad kid for this one. Honestly, better than I would expect. But anyways, back over to what was included. We got a flashlight here as well, which can be useful, of course. Let's go ahead and see how bright it is though. That is maybe the dimmest flashlight I've ever seen. I can like stare straight into it and it doesn't hurt, which means it's not bright enough. Yeah, okay. I guess to be fair, that's probably a good thing for kids. You don't want it to be too bright so they can do this because you know kids are gonna do that. But let's go back and next up we'll check out the video. Again guys, I'm here to, what is this? Hold on. I wanna see if there's any photos or videos of a man here, but we have a little plus and a locked icon. Can I, what? I have to enter the parent password to get to the videos? That's interesting. Okay, so now camera and movies show nothing, and it's in a different interface. That is really interesting. How about the gallery? What does this show? So we've got the 2 photos I took, and that's it. Okay, well, I guess it's a good thing we didn't get any photos of a man. Now, one interesting thing to note that I've noticed so far is there's no Wi-Fi as far as I can tell, and I'm curious if we go back to our log out and go back to our settings, if we can like enable Wi-Fi somehow. So we got some settings down here, advanced settings. Whoa, there we go. Wi-Fi network on. Hey, let's go. Let's see if this works. And indeed, Wi-Fi network's popping up. Let me go ahead and sign in here on my little tiny, holy crap, small keyboard. And surprisingly, we are connected. And I'm not sure how I can use this here. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell, I don't see any way to download apps or go to like an app store or anything like that. So I'm not sure what Wi-Fi can do. I guess you could go in, probably enable developer settings and do some back-end stuff and side load some apps. I'm not gonna do that here, but you could do it for your kid if you really wanted to. If you got a smart kid, maybe they do it themselves, which is probably a bad idea because they're a kid. And the whole point is for this to be for kids. I should also mention the listing says it's for ages 3 to 12. Can you imagine a 12-year-old using this thing? That is absurd. But anyways, guys, honestly, not bad at all. Let's go ahead and leave a review. First of all, no creepy man on my device, so that's a win. But it seems a little too easy to get into the adult settings, so not ideal for a kid's phone. But overall, I think it's fairly nice for $50. I'm going 4 stars. So guys, here I bought a Spider-Man phone. Now the box itself, I don't see Spider-Man, so hopefully that's what I actually got. But I paid $30 for it, and the reviews, they're a little sus. Let me show you. So I got Rodney who says bull. I think he meant to add another word there, but maybe Amazon filtered it out, but you can see what's going on. We got Delaney who says bought it twice and doesn't work at all, and there's a ton of other reviews that just say it doesn't work, it's just broken. And worst of all, guys, we've got a Stephanie here who says only worked for 1 day. Weird video was already on the phone. Guys, another device with stuff already preloaded on the phone, that is not right. That's just messed up for kids. This person says, day after Christmas when I was messing with the settings, It already had a video on it. It was a recording of some kind in a factory with a pavement floor, and nothing around was in English. It's definitely in the factory floor. Somebody just decided to film with this thing, which is just, that's one thing if it's just like a normal like adult device, but on a kid device, it's just next level bad. Let's go and open this thing up and see what's actually inside. I really hope it's a Spider-Man phone. Oh, it is. Let's go. Yes. Even if it sucks, like your kid's gonna love this thing because it's freaking Spider-Man now on here. Now, is this like legal for them to sell a Spider-Man phone? Like I can't imagine. What was this company called? No name company. I can't imagine they have the rights to print Spider-Man on here. I guess he's a little bit different, but anyways, you see what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on and see what's on it. Oh. No way, it's a welcome phone for kids, bro. Oh, just for context, I've tested dozens of welcome phones over my like the past couple years, and welcome phone means straight from China, and it's weird. So let's go ahead and see what this thing's got going on. Now we have first of all date and time and everything's wrong. We have a teddy bear in the background. How do we? Oh, that button opens it up. We got a camera, video, photos, player, music, recorder. It is touchscreen, which is nice, but it's like a very crappy touchscreen with a crappy noise. Calculator, calendar, alarm, flashlight, stopwatch, country. You can change your country? That's interesting.
America.
What? I did not mean to click that, but okay. What is a Pomodoro timer? What? It's got habit, letter, easy dialogue, games. Oh, games? Yeah, let's go. Stories as well. I feel like easy dialogue sounds kind of sketch. What is this? Who is he?
Lesson 14.
Who is he?
How about Pomodoro timer? What is, what? I guess you click on it, set your timer, and go. I'm not sure, yeah, it's functioning. I'm not sure what Pomodoro means. Maybe I'm the stupid one here. I don't know. But anyways, we got some games here as well. We got something. We got Buster, jigsaw puzzle with like a guinea pig or something. What is this? Fruit Buster. Go, 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 go. Ah, crap. Got him. Yeah, that's too easy. What is this? Lorem ipsum game. That seems like one of those basic Latin words. It's just like a placeholder for when you see like paragraphs on a website that's not up and running yet. Hold on a second. What? Yes, it is. It's the industry standard placeholder text used in graphic web and publishing design. No way. They put a game on here that still has a placeholder text. What is this game? All right, guys, let's check out the camera here. I think we got one on the front. We also got one on the back. Both little tiny sensors, so probably not very good. But oh wow, yeah, that's rough. That noise. That's a throwback. That's nostalgic. Look at that photo, guys. That is so washed out, so bright. Like you can't see any detail. I mean, it's kind of what I expect for a kid's phone. But yeah, let's try out the front camera. Wait a second. This is 100% the worst camera I've ever seen. I've seen that like a million times, but this one is actually. I'm telling the truth this time. Like, look at that, guys. There's no reason for a camera to be on this phone if that's going to be what it's going to be like. Come on, man. Let's go back and check out some more stuff. Actually, next up, I want to check out our photos and video little tab to see if there's any preloaded stuff on here, because that'd be amazing, right? Photos, nothing there. How about video? That's where we saw the problem last time. At least in the review, they said there was a video here and no files. Okay, so I guess we got lucky and got the one without the video of the man on the floor. Whatever. They're all running together, man. But there was a video on here apparently. But anyways, I don't know. It's this thing works. It's fine. It's got Spider-Man, which is cool. Let's go ahead and leave a review. This phone was extremely mid, but luckily there were no videos preloaded on this phone, and I give it to him. It looks kind of cool. So 3 stars. So this is interesting. I got a full-on tablet. Like, this thing looks pretty legit for only 37 bucks. But here's the catch. The reviews, they're garbage. We got Patty here saying she received a used product, screen attached. You can just see all the scratches on the screen and the photo attached. Andrea said it's cheap crap because the tablet is incredibly slow and literally fell apart. Power button and volume buttons fell out. How does that happen? I hope that doesn't happen to me. This person says the screen froze up after 1 week. And this person, the worst of all, says already used, logged into previous owner's email. Like, what is happening here? I mean, multiple people saying these things were just previously used. So anyways, let's open it up and see what's actually inside. I will say the box is interesting. It says parental control, child model. Child model? What does that mean? Practical ability and eye protection. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's inside of this thing. And whoa, that is a stench that just came out of this thing. Straight from the factory, man. Wow, that can't be good for your kid's nose, man. My goodness. But first of all, anything else in this little case? We've got instructions, probably a little charging cord that I don't care about. But here's our tablet, and honestly, it looks kind of cool. It's got some handles on the side, so you can kind of like, I don't know, jiggle it around, but it seems like an easy way for your kid to go like, hoo-hoo, and just toss it off the edge of I don't know, into the sidewalk and get run over by a car. I don't know, man.
What did he say?
But here in the back, we've also, wait, that's such a goofy design. You got like Saturn, a rocket ship, a cloud, and then 2 thumbs up. Remember, leave a thumbs up on the video, like and subscribe, and leave a 5-star rating on my Amazon product, kids product. I don't know, man, I don't know what I'm saying, I'm losing my mind. We also got a little hole for speakers, Also another little hole for, I guess, an SD card that is not currently in there. We got a camera back there. Also like a little kickstand, which is kind of nice. Camera on the front as well. And it does stand up. As you can see, it's got like little feet, which is, again, kind of cool for a kid's device, but hopefully I didn't break it. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on and see what happens. Where's the power button on this thing? Okay, so there's a power button right there on the tablet, but there's like a little awkwardly angled like piece of rubber in there that presses the button when you press it. Okay, whatever, man. That's strange. Boot it up. It says what does it say? Q8K. This is your kid's tablet boot up screen, man. You couldn't customize that a little bit? Like, come on. Okay, booted up. Now we are into what appears to be some sort of, well, no, it's like half kids, not really. It's got a nice little, I don't know, castle background. It looks like it's a rip off of the Disney castle. I'm not sure how they're getting away with that. But anyways, you can see the apps here are just standard like YouTube, Chrome. It looks like it's Android Go here, which is really strange. How is this a kid's tablet? It's just a tablet with Android Go and some random kids apps like iDraw and iWawa.
Huh?
iWawa, excuse me? Okay, let's start with iDraw. Let's see what this is. Let's go back. We also got iWawa. It feels like the device should have booted straight into this iWawa, is what I'm gonna guess, but we'll try it out. Oh, you need internet connection for this. That is absurd. We are gatekeeping kids apps now over Wi-Fi? Bro, hold on. I think the screen calibration just might be way off because I'm trying to click on my Wi-Fi, but it keeps clicking on a different, what is, hello? There we go. Yeah, trying to type and I'm mistyping stuff because the screen calibration is off, so whatever. It's fine, kids will never know. They can just goof around on it, who cares? Let's go back, we got Wi-Fi now, see if the iWawa will work. What is this, dude? What was that? That was so sus. Oh man. All right, well we're here now. They know I'm here because they saw me. Wait a second, hold on a second. This looks like the same software that's on that first phone I tested. But the difference is I had to go into Android and find the actual app, then boot into that, set stuff up, connect to Wi-Fi, and now it works. Also, Wi-Fi didn't work on the first one, but we have to have Wi-Fi on this tablet. What is happening? Let's try it out though. And sure enough, we got a lot of similar stuff. Montessori, first learning, brain training. It's like in different orders and stuff, but I think it's the same. Oh, there's a browser on this one. Oh, okay, so maybe this one's for older kids. Whatever, let's try the browser first and see what happens. We have one preset bookmark and it's a Toy Story. I mean, I guess that's appropriate for kids. Like, kids love Toy Story. I love Toy Story, but like, why? So random. Oh, there it is. Oh, let's go. Yes, Toy Story loaded up. Okay. Perfect, just in time for Toy Story 5. Actually, wait a second, I didn't think about that. That's actually really interesting. This tablet looks very similar to the tablet in Toy Story 5 that's advertised there. Obviously, I haven't seen Toy Story 5 yet because the time you're watching this, it like just came out. How about we try to type in Google though and see what it does here? Access to this website is not permitted by your parents. Okay, so are you saying I only have access to the Disney website? That I guess that could be accurate. I'm not sure where the parental controls are at. I guess they're in the same spot as the last thing. How do I go back? Oh, there we go. I gotta swipe up, go back there. Okay. And sure enough, we have the same little parental controls thing in the bottom, but again, this touchscreen is straight garbage. You gotta press it really hard, and you gotta it's not always pressing the right spot. Wait a second. Didn't it just tell me that my default code was 4 zeros? Let me just make a new code. Maybe that'll do it. No, wait, no, what? Hold on a second. Somebody previously set up this code for me. I don't have the password. See, there's 4 zeros as the default. And no, now it's in. What? What just happened? Okay, whatever, we're in now. And we can upgrade to premium. Yo, there's a premium what? What is this? You gotta buy the kids app, bro. I guess I'm not surprised here, but whatever. Let's check out the website so we can see what's blocked and stuff. So yeah, the only thing we're able to access is toystory.disney.com. That is really interesting, but okay. And we also have a kids store here. Unlike the other one where I was trying to get to an app store, there actually is an app store on this one. And we've got all kinds of stuff like Dino Farm, Kids Up, Draw, Nighty Night, Kids Coloring, just a bunch of various stuff. Interesting, okay. Let's go back to this thing and go back to the kids tab and kind of explore a little bit more. Now, I am curious if there's any preloaded stuff in the gallery here, like that a couple other reviews have said earlier. Nothing there. Okay, that's a good sign. And now my thumb is really itchy. This material, man, like it smells. Touching it makes my thumb itchy. I don't know what's going on. I'm losing my mind. Let's try the camera. Why not? Okay, back. Oh, wow. Whew. You have to press the photo button so hard that by the time you press it, like your camera is shaking and that's the kind of photo you take. That's rough. I'm now taking my selfie here. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. I have no words. But at this point, kind of curious if I can get back to the actual Android home screen rather than this little kid's home screen. Oh, there we go. So you can back out of this app by typing in the password. Ah, now we're back on the Android home screen. Okay, that's kind of neat. But anyways, this thing is, it's not very good. Let's go ahead and leave our review. The tablet is kind of customizable, which is nice, but also the tablet is just, it's really crappy. I'm going 2 stars. Now here I have a kid's phone I paid like $10 for, but the reviews, they are absurdly bad. Like the Jameson here says, fire hazard, got really hot and burned a part of the front of the case. Buyer beware, this could have been a bad situation. Just imagine your kid getting burned by a phone like this. That's not good. Next, this person also says cheap, doesn't work, and is dangerous. There's a theme here, guys. They say, try charging with the cord it came with, and the toy started flashing red lights and sparking from the charging port. What? They say, save your money, don't buy this cheap piece of plastic that sparks and shocks you when you charge. I mean, that is horrible. And Courtney here says, do not purchase choking hazard and sharp pieces. They say, purchase this for our twins, and one came completely broken. The on-off button was defective and almost fell out of my baby's mouth within 10 minutes taking it out of the box. Like, what is wrong with this thing? It truly sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen based on all these reviews. But let's go ahead and take this thing out of the box and see if it lines up with the reviews. Actually, it's got kind of a cool case opening I didn't notice here. You can open it from the, oh, that's kind of nifty packaging for a $10 device. And also, what is this? We have, I guess, an instruction manual, but it's just like a piece of paper. Somebody printed it out from their printer or something. Okay, that's interesting. Dear customer, I am the customer satisfaction manager for Toy Phone. Yeah, okay. Let's take this thing out. All right, it falls out, and hold on, what is this thing? It looks like an iPhone, like an iPhone 4, but this thing is like 1 ounce. We've got a remove me, F Flamingo. What is this? Okay, screen protector thing. Goodbye. We've got F for Flamingo on the back with a fake camera. Oh, great. Did I buy a fake thing? Remove me. Okay, cool. It removed nothing except for the sticker. Okay, how about any broken pieces here? We've got some buttons on the side that people say were falling off in their kid's mouth and stuff. Oh, there it is. There's the power button, and that thing, wow, I can see how that thing would fall off. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this thing. And what is this? Woolmund. Thank for choosing Woolmund. Moving on. Let's turn it on and see what it actually does. So it just flashes red and blue lights like it's the police. There's no way. And okay, do I press buttons here?
Photo mode.
It's not in English, is it? What is happening? That is a mad cow. I'm pressing buttons that show fruit and other stuff on them, and they're playing animal sounds.
Number mode.
Number mode, okay. There we go, I heard that one.
Where is the 3?
What did you say, 3? What is happening? There's even lights on the back? I mean, my.
9.
9? I mean, my goodness, this is bad. Let's go ahead and try to plug it in though and see if it sparks. That's what I'm really curious about. All right, bring the power strip real close since it's got a 6-inch cable. Plug it in. Plug in this side. I'm a little scared. Please don't spark. Please don't spark. Please don't spark. Ooh, that was a weird noise. But I guess it's charging. There's no light or anything. Oh, I kind of see what the guy's talking about now. You plug it in and like it flashes very briefly. That's a little weird. Not really sure about a spark, but I will say the functionality there of charging is very strange. Yeah, let's leave a review. This thing definitely sucks, and I couldn't understand anything it's saying. But so far, I don't see how it's dangerous, so I'm going 2 stars. Man, I'm getting real tired of how expensive smartwatches are. I mean, this watch right here with this itty bitty screen ran me $400. That's absurd. But I noticed at Walmart recently you can buy kids smartwatches for only $20 to $30. So I bought 4 different models, and in this video, we'll test them out to see if they're any good. Now, unfortunately, I later noticed the reviews on these watches are not so hot, like Mandy here saying this iTech Junior 4 burned her kid's wrist. So yeah, we'll start with this watch right here and see what happens. All right, so pulling this thing out, and the first thing I noticed is it has a stench, man. Oh, that smells awful. Where did this come from? It smells like a burnt down dentist office. Like it's just, something's wrong there. We also got a little charging cable here. It looks proprietary, but we'll try that out in a minute. But yeah, here's a smartwatch. It looks kind of cool. It's got some flames on it. Let's go ahead and throw it on my wrist and just see how it feels. Now maybe I just have really small wrists, but this thing somehow fits even though it's a kid's smartwatch. And I'd say it feels fine on the wrist. But let me go ahead and take this thing off and we'll take a closer look. Let's go ahead and pull off the screen protector and go ahead and turn this bad boy on and just see what happens. Okay, so I thought I saw it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we got English. Yeah, let's go ahead and click that. And wow, this thing is so low res. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Let me try to give you a different angle of just like how low res this thing is. Yeah, I think you can see it there. I mean, not surprising, it was $25, but let's go ahead and hop into here. We got our date, time, whatever, sure. And here's our home screen. We got a nice little UFO on screen. And I said the viewing angles on it are perfectly fine for $25, but of course, not amazing or anything. Let's go ahead and see if we can swipe over and see some stuff. So swiping up does nothing, down does a little bit of something. We got like a power, maybe a brightness mode. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settings on our brightness, and actually that's not bad. That's pretty bright. Now we have a flashlight here on the side. Oh, that's interesting. You know, it's not super bright, but it does a little bit of something. And you know, I guess you don't want to be too bright with kids because they're gonna do this. Well, actually, no, that is kind of bright. That I'm seeing spots. All right, let's go ahead and hop into our settings next up and see what's in here. We got display, battery, blah blah blah, kind of standard stuff. We also have parental controls here, which you can turn on. Let's make a little pin code here. Always interesting to see what kind of stuff you can do with the parental controls. Basically, you can turn off and on all the apps, I guess, which is, you know, makes sense for a parental controls mode. But I'll leave that off for now. And everything else here looks pretty standard. So let's go back, hop into, I think, the right side. You can see some stuff like games, activity, skill quest, which sounds kind of cool for kids. I mean, it's probably fun. Let's try that out. So let's hop into the camera first of all, because I'm curious. Why is there a camera on a watch? Like, I mean, look here, guys. Even my $400 Apple Watch doesn't have a camera. So this one does. And oh, that actually, I've seen this a lot of times, but this could be the worst camera I've ever seen. Wow. No, wait, hold on. I can turn on filters. Let's go. That's like the classic here. Oh yeah, look at that. That is sick. Gotta say, if I'm 5 years old, like that's the funniest thing of all time. But you know, yeah. Let's go back and try some other apps here. Next up, I'm pretty curious about the games here. We got 2048, we got Slippery Snake, Spelling Bee, Lights Out, Hop to It, Dinosaur Go, and that's about it. Okay. I'm kind of curious what Lights Out is here. Okay, tapping on a tile switches it and all adjacent tiles. Okay. Okay. What else if I just like randomly tap? Can I win this way? Kind of cool little brain game for kids. That's cool. Also curious about Dinosaur Go here. The watch has sound. Let's go. Warm up by practicing your dinosaur stomps and move around for 30 seconds. Let's practice, guys. Okay, I'm warmed up. Okay, that's enough. Let's go back. Cool, we got some games on here. I mean, that's kind of fun. Got games, you got a camera, we got activity, of course, for steps. Now, skill quest, curious about that. What is this? Let's make an omelet. What? Since when do kids make omelets, man?
Tap to open the egg. Well done.
There it is, yeah. Cool. So it's teaching you how to make an omelet, which I guess is nice, except for the fact that like this is for kids, right? Are kids really whipping up an omelet in the kitchen? Like, do you really want your, let's see, ages 4+, do you really want your 4-year-old kid over at your stove, like whipping up some omelets? Like
I have to restart my
omelet. Sounds a little dangerous, but I don't know. You do you. We got some neat little tools here like calendar, alarm, stopwatch, timer, and flashlight, as we already saw. There's also a mystery button on the side here. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like it actually might be the camera button. Maybe? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it is. And oh, I just inadvertently changed my background, or started to. Oh, we had dinosaur option there. Nice. More dinos. Was that a teddy bear? Butterfly. Now, last but not least, guys, I want to try to charge this thing up because I'm curious about the kid who had their wrist burned. So on the back here, all we really have are these two little contacts. And I guess like the back of the watch could get hot itself, but I don't feel it hot. So my guess is this person tried to charge it up and put it on their wrist, and for whatever reason, those contacts stayed hot. So let me go ahead and try that out and just see if it happens to me. So plugged in, and this thing is really jank. There's a couple magnets, but it just like still wiggles in place, so not ideal there. This thing's been charging for like 10-15 minutes. Let's go ahead and try it out. So pulling it off the watch, I can see it's like, I mean, it's a tad warm, but not really. I'm not really sure how this thing burned that kid's wrist. Like putting it on, it seems fine. My only guess is there's some kind of material on the back of this thing that the kid is allergic to, and maybe it you know, their wrist broke out in a rash or something. I don't know. It seems fine to me. But guys, let's go ahead and leave a review for the iTech Junior 4. The name is goofy here, but for 25 bucks, honestly, it's not bad. And I haven't done extensive testing, but it did not burn my wrist, so maybe the other kid just got unlucky. So for this one, I'm going 4 stars. Now I have 3 watches left, and next up I want to try out Sonic. Now, I will say I wanted to buy a Super Mario or a Pokemon watch because I saw those there at Walmart, but neither of them said they had games, whereas Sonic says it has 6 games, so I'm curious about that. But let's go ahead and open this thing up, test it out, and see what happens. Now, I have this thing coming out, and I almost forgot I got to show you guys the reviews here because we got some 1-star ones that are, they have a theme. Let me show you. So Moldy here says did not charge. Washington says Washington good till wasn't. The watch won't charge or turn on after 2 weeks. And Zariah says the watch is cute but never charged. So it just has a theme of not charging. But let's go ahead and see if ours has the same problem. Now pulling it out of here, looks like we have, oh, interesting. So usually watches, like we saw in the last watch, has a magnetic charger, but this is just a USB, a micro USB charger, which is strange. Let's go ahead and throw this on my wrist first of all and see if it fits. So this time I had to go to the last hole for it to actually fit, but it does still fit technically, which is honestly a little embarrassing. But let's go ahead and take it off my wrist and play around a bit. And as you can see, we got some cool little Sonic logos on the watch band itself. So that's like, again, man, you're 5 years old. This is sick. Like you go to school with this thing on, you are the talk of the class. Now we got a little screen protector here with some cool stuff on it. Let's go ahead and see how it turns on. Oh, I'm holding that down. I notice there's a little USB flap, which I guess is for our charging. Okay. Let's try that out. And oh, actually, hold on. The back has a little switch from off to on. Okay. Slide power switch on prior to charging. With power switch on, fully charged watch. What? Huh? So you turn power on and then hold this button to turn it on? Oh, interesting. Now, you know what? That is a really strange sequence for a smartwatch. So I can see right off the bat here why people probably figured out it didn't charge, because they probably didn't turn this thing on. They probably left it off. Tried to charge it, it didn't charge, and they're like, oh, this thing sucks, which is understandable because that's how most smartwatches work. Also, this is really crappy where you peel the sticker off and it's just stuck to the back. You can just keep peeling that off, but come on, man. But anyways, this thing is booted up and got some stuff on the screen, and I gotta say the viewing angles on this one are definitely worse than the last one. Hard to see. It's just whatever. It was $30. 20. Hold on, what was it? It was $29.98. Not horrible. Now, if I want to see this myself, I got to kind of lean up here so I can actually see it because the viewing angles are so crappy. And you can see we have a little bit of charge here left, but not much. And on the home screen, we've got like a music icon on the top left, games, camera, video, viewer. And again, wait, why do we have camera again? Is there? Yeah, it's right there. Why are there always cameras on these smartwatches? Probably as bad as the last one, but we'll test it out, of course. You got your distance, so walking, pedometer, quarter calories, stopwatch, timer. Yeah, a bunch of standard stuff. And I gotta say, hold on, let's go back. Calories. Why? If you're 5 years old, are you really counting your calories? And like, should you be? Probably not. Like, that just seems a weird thing to worry about when you're that young, but you know, it is what it is. I guess it's good we have more features rather than less. We'll start with the camera first of all, because I'm very curious about this thing and see how it looks. And this one, I mean, I've seen phones with worse cameras. That's an atrocious noise though. Well, there it is. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Probably has some filters here as well, I would assume. Oh, actually, no, that's just our gallery. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got filters, sunglasses. We got a little, what is that, little cat or something. Look at that thing, it's so cute. That's hilarious, man. I will say both cameras so far, they suck, but like, if you're 5 years old, like that, the camera's gonna be awesome in your smartwatch. All right, let's go back and see what else is on this thing. Let's see, scroll down, side, anything. What is that noise it's making? Whenever you scroll, it makes just the strangest noise ever. But okay, well, how about the games here? Let's go ahead and try that out and see what we got. We have basketball sharpshooter. We've got speed racing, memory game, fighter pilot, math workout, coin chaser, and that's about it. Hold on a second. We have a freaking Sonic the Hedgehog smartwatch, but there are no Sonic games on it.
Look at you. You who were once so proud.
Are you kidding me? there's no shot. Can you imagine being a little kid buying this thing? You love Sonic, you want to play a Sonic game on your watch. Like that's just mind-blowing. It's sick. But then you turn it on and you got to freaking play basketball sharpshooter and memory game. Bro, come on. All right, let's try this out.
Nope.
What? How do I get it above the rim? It's just hitting the bottom of the rim. What? What? The animation is horrible. It goes through the bottom of the basket, and that's how you score. That's insane. That's enough. I'm done with that. I can't. Oh wait, we can record videos as well? Hold on, that's a game changer. Yo, what's good? I'm here in my room playing Sonic. Come at me, bro. Now looking at the videos and photos here, it's not exactly a kid-friendly format. It's just like, you gotta click on it, press options, rename, delete. How do I view it? Oh, I have to go back to the home menu, swipe over again, and press viewer. Now I can view it. No, maybe. Oh, there we go.
Yo, what's good? I'm here in my room playing Sonic. Come at me, bro.
Okay, so that was the quietest thing I've ever heard. I don't see a way to change volume, so that's not ideal. Also, the touchscreen on this thing is garbage. It's like so much worse than the last one. The last one was decent, but this one's just, it's just not good. Now, I gotta say, why do we have names under stopwatch, timer, and alarm, but there's nothing on your calculator here? It's just like, this is sloppy. It's almost like it was half put together and they just stopped, they forgot about it, and they pushed it out to Walmart and said, whatever. And also, here's our calculator, and those buttons are freaking tiny, man. How do I can't even, what am I pressing? I can barely see it. It's not good. Curious about the storage that we have. Wow, we have 6.0. We have 6 megs on this thing. That is, I guess, probably enough, but that's absurd. Now, it is interesting there's no option to set up parental control so you can't access certain things, but whatever, it's super basic. There's not really anything crazy on here. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, let's try to charge it up next and see how that works, or if it works. The shortest cable of all time. It's like 6 inches long. Mode of truth, will it charge? So I do get a charger remove connection when I remove it, and when I hook it up, it says charger connected, which is good. Now, there's really no indication whether it's actually charging or not, so I guess I can see why people are fooled by that, but I don't know, it seems okay. Whatever, this thing kind of sucks, honestly. Let's go ahead and leave a review. It's only $30, but the quality of this thing it's pretty poor. And do we seriously not have Sonic games on a Sonic watch? Guys, I'm going 2 stars here. Now next up here we have a Justice watch, and I believe Justice is like a little kid's store, I think, where they sell like earrings and stuff. I feel like I've seen this in the mall before. But this thing here was also about 29 bucks. It looks kind of cute at first glance. It's a nice little, it's got some nice flowers and stuff on it. But looking at the reviews, there's a couple kind of questionable ones here. Let me just show you. So Kayla here says that's the wrong charger. It didn't even come with the correct charger, couldn't even turn it on. And Elaine here says you need a 5G phone. What? This seemed as if it would be a nice, easy watch to set up with many features. Very stylish, but you need 5G to set it up. I think most people living in this area have 4G or 4G LTE phones. What? I'm really confused now. So let's open this thing up and see what's inside. Dumping it out, and we have, got another little magnetic charger here, kind of similar to the first watch we had. And honestly, pulling this thing out, it's actually got a pretty nice watch band. It's like it's not, it's kind of stretchy. It's like I don't know what material this is. Cloth or some sort of soft material. So that's kind of nice. It's gonna feel nice on your wrist. Let's go ahead and put this thing on though and see how it fits. Now, the band's a little harder to attach to this little thing here, but it does work, and it's actually pretty large, which again is a little strange for an adult for this thing to fit. But whatever. Let's go ahead and skip over that and take a closer look at the watch. All right. So first glance. Oh, actually, we got some sensors back here. So I think you can probably see your heart rate. We also have a little knob on the side that's just like an Apple Watch. That's interesting. Let's see if you can. Do you click on this to turn it on? Okay, no power. Maybe I need to charge it up. Hey, and there we go. It is turned on now. And you can see we just charged it to like half power in about 5 minutes. And it looks very similar to an Apple Watch with the little rings here. Not surprising considering the fact that they have this on the side. But anyways, get your heart rate, all that kind of stuff. We've also got Celsius down here instead of Fahrenheit, which is interesting considering this is sold at Walmart. Got pedometer, sleep, heart rate. Let's go ahead and try this out actually. 71, that seems about accurate for what I'm doing right now. Okay, I'll take that. And I gotta say the screen is actually probably the best one I've seen so far. Like, look at that. Those viewing angles are not horrible at all. Okay, I see you. I like that. Let's go ahead and scroll some more. We got sports. We can open our workout just like an Apple Watch. Weather, camera. Oh, hold on. What is this? Camera. I don't see a camera built in, but there's a little thing down there. It looks like it's connecting to your phone maybe. So camera, music, and that's about it. Can you scroll up? There we go. So yeah, this thing is just like an Apple Watch, man. Getting messages, pedometer, all that kind of stuff. Find phone. Everything I hop into just makes it more and more like an Apple Watch. What is this QR code? Let me see if I can download like an app or something for this thing to get it all set up. Okay, and it took me to a what is that website? I can't even pronounce that. Zinuwillian, and we have an iTime Pro smartwatch with 244 ratings. Okay, I mean I guess we'll download it. Hopefully it's not a virus. And setting it up, we're again in the metric system, which is interesting considering this is sold in Walmart. Like I get most of the world uses the metric system, but you're selling this in Walmart in the US in stores for kids. Kids don't know the metric system here in the US. So just put it in Fahrenheit, man. Put it in yards. Put it in feet. Put my foot in your... What? Let's go ahead and bind this device right here. Please put the bracelet close to the phone. It is pretty close. Do you need to be closer? Device not found. Nice. How about this? Find phone. Hey, there it is. Interesting what we got on here though. We got dial market. Let's go ahead and swap to the Pink Panther. Sure, why not? Update success. This thing is straight from China, man. And there it is. Cool. That it works. Plenty of other stuff to choose from here as well. That's interesting. Message push on. So I guess you get a message on your phone, it'll push to your little watch here, which makes sense. Let's also try the photograph feature here and see what happens. What is this? Shake it for pictures. Yep, that don't work. All right, shook it for free there, man. Let's go ahead and see what else we got here. Sports, heart rate, all that stuff we already saw. Weather, will that update now? It will not, I guess. Are there games here? We got music. So I'm gonna play like Spotify or something. I don't know what music does. I just press buttons here and nothing happens on my phone. And I don't see anywhere on my phone to set up like a music thing. So I don't know, man. This thing, honestly, this thing is it's kind of garbage. You know, I should have known the fact that they were copying an Apple Watch that was gonna be really bad. But yeah, I've seen enough. Let's leave a review here. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if this thing was meant to be sold in Walmart stores. It's useless. 1 star. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the one you've probably all been waiting for, we got the Dragon Ball Z smartwatch, and man, this thing, I actually didn't see this thing at first, but I kind of strolled through Walmart to the electronics section and found they actually had this thing hidden in the back. Now this thing was a grand total of $44.88, so a little more expensive than the other two, or other three, so hopefully this thing is good. But let's go ahead and take a look at these reviews first because they're not so good. So we have Ashley here who says, left burn marks on my wrist, which is really sketch considering the one earlier said burn marks as well. Not sure what's going on there. Walmart customer says it was a substitution that was inappropriate for a teenage girl. I don't know what they quite mean by that. Maybe it was in terms of like they had it delivered and they sent the wrong one. I'm not quite sure. And best of all is Mallory here who says, this watch is crap. Let's go ahead and open it up and see if it actually is crap. And oh wow, this thing's got zip ties on it. Yo, that's actually extremely annoying. All right guys, pulling this thing out, and at first glance, this one, oddly enough, feels the cheapest out of all the ones I've tested so far. It just like, something feels off about it, but it is the largest probably. I think the watch face is larger. Like just comparing to the last one we saw, the Justice, that one's a little bit smaller than this one. It's not a huge difference, but something to point out. Let's go ahead and do our first test, throwing this thing on my wrist and see how it fits. And oh, this one fits really well. I think this one actually might be for older than 4-year-olds, at least I hope so. Wait a second, I was gonna say I don't see an age range of this thing, but I just noticed there's a vibrant 1.7-inch AMOLED HD screen, but the 1.7-inch is like a sticker that was put on the box. Like they put the wrong number on there first and they had to go and put the stickers on later. That's kind of sketch. But given the size of this thing, maybe it's like for teenage boys rather than little kids, but I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and turn it on though and see, what happens. And ooh, yeah, that screen is not bad. Got 11% battery, that should be enough. And oh yeah, yo, this thing actually looks kind of sick. Pulling up, we got message down here. We've got, okay, yeah, we got some nice colors here. We've got our brightness, we can, oh yeah, and it's got a full, yeah, man. It's got like a full adjustability for our brightness, that's nice. Got some settings, we've got, let's see, stopwatch sort of thing. We've got a little flashlight, kind of. We've got this. I guess it wants to connect to my phone, which we'll try out here in a minute. Let's see, scrolling from the side, we've got a nice little sidebar here with, I guess, heart rate again, some pedometer stuff, messages. And last but not least, we're scrolling to the right side, we've got another little Apple Watch kind of knockoff thing here. And I guess it'll show, I'm not sure what all this is, but it's probably like activity stuff for running, whatever, who knows. But anyways, kind of like the last one, it doesn't have a whole lot to look at unless we connect to our phone, I guess. So let's go ahead and see if we can figure that out. There's our QR code. Let's go ahead and scan this and download another sketchy app and just see what it does. Actually, I think it might be the same app. Yo, it is the same iTime Pro. Oh, no way, man. Come on, the same app again. All right, let's connect this one up as well. And yeah, basically the same interface here as we saw in the last watch, except it's got a different, it's a little bit darker here with a gray screen too. We also got a different dial market with a bunch of Dragon Ball Z themed stuff, plus our Christmas and whatever else we saw in the last one. Now, I am curious if any of these features work a little better, so let's go ahead and try the photograph thing and see what that does. So actually, let's go ahead and close out of the app here. And if we come on the watch, click camera. What did he say? Will that pull up this camera? Maybe? Nope, it does nothing. What if I pull it up myself and click here? Did I take a photo? It literally does nothing. It just doesn't work. I don't understand. Why is this camera thing a thing if it doesn't work? It's just moronic. So stupid, man. Oh, I see. It only works if you currently have this app open. So you gotta keep the app on your phone open in the background all the time, or else it just doesn't work at all. That's extremely useful. We can try some stuff like this SpO2, which is that just measuring my oxygen? What does this do? I'll keep it on my wrist for a second and see what it says. 97%, that's pretty good. Okay. Who knows if it's accurate or not? Also have this click to wake up feature. I don't know what that does, but is that gonna wake up my device? Or what? Oh, okay, yeah, it does do something on my phone. And kind of same thing as earlier. I'm not sure if this thing's gonna burn my wrist. Like, how's that happening to people? What are you guys doing on your watches to burn your wrist? That just seems like it seems like some sort of allergy to whatever material this is using. But anyways, this thing, 45 bucks for this? Come on, man. Let's go ahead and leave our review. This watch is basically like the Justice watch, but the screen's a little better, but it was twice the price, and it's still kind of garbage, so man, I'm going 1 star on this one. I just don't like it.
Well, unfortunately, guys, that's all the 1-star tech I have to show you today. But if you click right here, you can see more Walmart tech. What's the difference? It's all terrible. Click the video, you'll see.